Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome, friends, to the Nerdrotic Nooner. My name is Gary Beekler. I am from Nerdrotic.com and Nerdrotic on YouTube, and I am live in Poop City, San Francisco, California. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and welcome to the fall of Skywalker. So we're going to bring the music down just a little bit, or all the way, actually. It's not a great fade, but I don't really care. And hey, what's up, everybody? Who do we have here today? Blimpus, Judacon, Mazamonte, Executor 420, 420, bruh, Joseph, Beasley, DW, Nards, Arnold, Kidgen, Zaid, Killzone 101, Wrench Dozer, JL, Gary Evans, Tommelfinger, Grobnob, Nihilist Shadow, and his wrench, Mike Jackson, JM, the good Tom King. Haha, that's good, because we don't want the bad Tom King here, because we don't like that one. He's the one who cut off Batman's balls. Bruce Wayne is here. How do you feel about Tom King cutting off your balls? I want to know. Yoba, Chris, and now it's just too fast. Comics Division, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for bringing a wrench. Somebody else is here too. And oh my God, there's so many people here. Welcome, everybody. We're almost here to the fall of Skywalker, and the best 2 days on the internet are almost here on YouTube, right? We got, well, Mahler's not going to come out with a video for a couple months, but we've got Geeks and Gamers, World Class Bullshitters, EVS, Doomcock, Midnight's Edge, Mecha Random 42, Jesse Milestone, That Star Wars Girl, the Rookie Critic, the author, Stephen Walton, and the Bear Nerd Fun, the Fourth Wave, Sporking News Podcast, all of my brothers and sisters in the Fandom Menace, which is just a loose collection of individuals united in the principle of respecting the fan and respecting our American mythology and our international mythology to our international friends. Star Wars is was for everybody, but for a short time there, it wasn't. It wasn't. So now we have a house divided among the shills because some of the Last Jedi defenders who thought they were good soldiers, they did the bidding of their corporate overlords and praised that god-awful movie, and then they get a slap in the face from Disney Star Wars. Just to let you know, I didn't like The Force Awakens as much as I didn't like The Last Jedi, so I highly doubt I'm going to like The Fall of Skywalker. I am not one of the ones who like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi did it. I thought The Force Awakens at the time was something you can build upon, but I didn't think it was good. And I have watched it recently in the last 72 hours, and I dislike it as much as I dislike The Last Jedi, which I am preparing to see for the second time tomorrow morning. I have not seen The Last Jedi since I walked out of the theater with a migraine headache and in total disgust for Hollywood, for Rian Johnson, for Kathleen Kennedy, for what I called Lucasfilm at the time, for doing what they did to Luke Skywalker, to sacrifice him on the altar of Hollywood agenda feminism. Straight up, that's the reason they made that narrative decision. There is no other logical way. I don't care how much subverting expectations you want to talk about. I reported in a video from one of my sources, a trusted source, a long time ago, that the bidding, or what the overlords at Disney, the instructions they had given Jar Jar Abrams and Rian Johnson was to dust the original characters, spread them out over the 3 films, kill them off so we can get to our new characters. The reasons behind this, possibly George Lucas gets some residuals, maybe not. I don't know, can't prove that. Or they just wanted to have their own characters, and maybe Bad Robot or Bad Reboot gets a little piece of the action, gets a little cheddar like they did with Star Trek. That's why they designed their villains, their aliens, a lot like the Star Trek aliens. They're very similar in the mouth area. They look a lot alike. They don't look like Star Wars and they don't look like Star Trek. They look like Bad Reboot, which is a ripoff from somebody else, I'm sure. As I talked about in the Geeks and Gamers live stream, that was brilliant last night. What a great crowd. Had like 4,000 people watching. It was great to see Jeremy live. Hail to my friend Jeremy, who has been here like the longest. The founding fathers of the Founding Menace, founding fathers and mothers, will say, are EVS, Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, and of course, I think the all-father is Jeff at World Class Bullshitters, because that's where I discovered the Fandom Menace, and of course, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Jesse Milestone. They were there early, and I know there was others. I was a latecomer because after I saw The Last Jedi and reviewed it, I refused to talk about Star Wars anymore. I was that pissed. I hated it that much, and I didn't even want to bring it up. I didn't want to give it oxygen. I got sucked back in when Mark Hamill made that statement a few months ago saying that he was done with Star Wars. And I did my first Star Wars video since my Last Jedi review, which is still on the channel. I have no beard, and I have a co-host who liked the movie. I think he still does to this day. Don't hate the man. John Reed is an ex-co-host. He's a longtime friend, and he's always had horrible taste. And that's why I had him on the channel, because, it made me look better. I'm just kidding. I love John. John actually worked for Disney on the streaming service, so John knows his shit. Excuse me. I was at the gym, was working out, was running around. I did no Christmas shopping in a store this year. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Nerdrotic did all my Christmas shopping for me, and I didn't even know it until I looked at the bill. Shit. So Mrs. Nerdrotic and I are going to see Jumanji tonight, a movie that I'll probably enjoy. And I want to do that before I see The Rise of Skywalker. Real quick, I want to announce that there is a meetup in San Francisco, if you're in the Bay Area, Thursday, 3:30 p.m. The Starbucks at West Portal, where the site of my very first podcast for Nerdrotic, is across the street from the Cine Arts Empire, where I am going to go see The Fall of Skywalker at 6 p.m. Pacific time. You are welcome to join me. There are still tickets available, believe it or not. Not many, but there are still tickets available. And I'm going to hang out at that Starbucks. I expect a couple people, maybe show, or nobody, and that I'll just be by myself, live streaming and drinking coffee. And then I'm going to go see the movie. Then I'm coming straight home, and then I'm going live. So I think 9:30, 9:45 Pacific time on Thursday. Also, programming note, there will be a Nerdrotic Nooner tomorrow. This is a makeup for Monday. Okay. So we've heard the Shills and we've heard the usual suspects say they love it. I haven't seen what John Campea had to say, and I'm sure he loved it. And you know what? I think he genuinely does. I just think he genuinely has bad taste. But that's him. But I like his co-host a lot, Robert Meyer Burnett. I think he's got excellent Star Trek takes. And we will be talking a little Star Trek a little later because it's time to, turn the page. We got Picard coming, and this is listen, Star Trek is not as big of a franchise as Star Wars, and neither is Doctor Who, but I kind of favor both of those more than I favor Star Wars because there's more of them. They've been around longer. And quite honestly, one of those franchises there's a percentage of it that can still be saved. And one of them is gone. One of them is just gone. Doctor Who is the worst off because of who owns it. So, but it's really close to Star Wars. It's tragic. It's tragic, I tell you. Oh, he did? Campea didn't like it. Oh, wow. The winds of change, huh? The winds of change. Like I said in my tweet, I am only accepting handwritten apologies to my PO box, and these are going to be blanket apologies to everybody in my chat, anybody who's ever commented on any of my videos, anybody who's ever gotten any heat for having a similar take. Anybody here in the Fandom Menace, that's where they need to go to. You are owed an apology. The entire fandom is owed an apology from Disney. And I don't want to hear that The Fall of Skywalker is an apology for The Last Jedi because, again, I didn't like The Force Awakens. You can apologize what you did to Luke. Did you actually put the soy milk back in the boobie? Did it happen? Because if it did and Luke is still alive and he has a battle by himself with the Emperor, then we have something to talk about. Other than that, nope. All it was the story of Luke Stone Stepper, because he is just a stepping stone, for Rey Womanbetter. That's her last name. It's not Skywalker, it's Rey Womanbetter. So that's the name I give her. Rey Womanbetter is the hero of our story. Campea wasn't such a shill. He would have went on the Transformers Age of... I missed that. Oh, God, it just jumped on me. I'm sorry. You know what? The reason he's on my brain is I watched a video of his from about a year ago. I was doing some research for another video that hopefully comes out tomorrow. It's going to be actually my one and only Last Jedi video. I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to give you a review, but I've got some old material from some of the people out there because the internet is forever that I want to remind you of right the day before you see The Rise of Skywalker and you watch half the critics' opinions change, which I completely expected to happen, and I'm sure you did as well. So I was watching this Campea video, and he was conflating being against SJW politics with being against, he was basically mixing, conflating. So if we're against SJW politics, we're obviously against people of color. We're against an Asian woman being in Star Wars. And I hope I've laid out a case as well as I could in my last few videos that is not the case. We're tired of these accusations. I'm going to bite back every time I hear it. I'm going to bite back with facts, the facts that are accessible to absolutely everybody. Brian Lowry could have looked up that report like I did. It took me 10 minutes. And all you got to do is read through the thing and see that the whole Russian troll report was based on, lies. It was based on tweets over a 7-month period aimed at Rianne Johnson. And then that guy decided what was biased or not and what was a troll or not. So it was a completely biased thing. And I fully believe that it was funded by Lucasfilm because they were the original source. But, this is old news to a lot of people, but there's a lot of new people here. Okay. I know through my channel and through Doomcock's channel and through Jeremy's channel, when we got into the Game of Thrones debate, we got a lot of subscribers who didn't even know what the Fandom Menace was, didn't even know what was going on. I got email after email going, I didn't know this crap was going on. Thank you for bringing it to me, and you're welcome. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for pulling the curtain back. And, I'm one of many who has done that. And it sucks. It sucks that we're here. I don't doubt that when Disney initially bought Disney Star Wars, they had good intentions. I think they got arrogant. Well, I know they got arrogant, and they thought they had so much goodwill that they could get fancy with stuff. And as Jeremy put it in the live stream yesterday, you can't build something with SJW politics. You can't. No. You have to have something established before you insert them in. That's why Doctor Who happened. That's why Star Trek happened. This was a way to kill two birds with one stone, but instead they killed the franchise. And the next domino to fall will be Star Trek. Doctor Who got an uplift from HBO Max, so unfortunately it's going to be with us for a while. Yes, I heard Star Trek Picard is getting a season 2. I knew that. I actually announced that here about 4 months ago. It's actually going to probably get season 2 and season 3. It's up to Patrick. According to my inside source, it was always up to Patrick. It wasn't up to Alex Kurtzman or Michael Chabon. They said if you want 3 seasons, you can have it because they know Star Trek Discovery isn't working and they need him. And the reason they need to film it back to back is because Patrick's freaking old. And they need to get it done. You know what I'm saying? He's healthy, thankfully, and I hope he lives to 200 years old. But he was in the latest Charlie's Angels, so don't hold out any hope the fact that he's in it, that it's going to be good. Alex Kurtzman's name on it, and it will suck. All right, we're going to get to you guys. We'll talk some Star Wars. And yeah, that's... I'm not surprised Campia went the other way. Scott Mendelson went the other way. And I think the reason they did was I think this movie will be trying to make up for... I knew this would happen when Jar Jar Abrams came out and said that Rian Johnson didn't derail his film. That is Hollywood speak for this mofo derailed my film. Because you wouldn't say something like that out loud. You would go derailed. No, I mean you would get rid. You wouldn't even put that in your description. Hollywood speak is double speak. I'm sure you guys understand that. So it's basically opposite day. You remember SpongeBob, opposite day? That's Hollywood speak. If they're out there out loud saying, "Oh, I think Rian Johnson's a genius filmmaker," that means they think he's a hack. They all, pat each other on the back and squeeze each other's butts in public, but it's competitive. They hate each other behind the scenes. It's no different than any other job. The stakes are higher, the egos are bigger, and the skin is thinner. It is thinner. And we'll get to Twitter and see what the updates are in a little bit. I might go over the leaks later, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so we'll wait to do that. But I just want to hear what you guys have to say. We've got a couple of articles to go to, and I think we will go to Abounding in the Comics article. My good friend John F. Trent. Which I haven't seen this stuff in a while. So yeah, I cosplay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. That's good. So it looks like Jedi Praxis is he or she was spot on. So well done, Jedi Praxis. Those leaks were out there months ago. They got updated. There were slight changes with the reshoots. So I'll say this, the reporting on the reshoots, 100% correct. The reporting on, and it sounds like there was a large portion of it reshot. And that was correct. It looks like, it looks like a lot of the sources for Doomcock and Jedi Praxis and Midnight's Edge looks like they were spot on. Again, the last time we got questioned was for Michael Chabon. Okay, so one of our inside sources said Alex Kurtzman had been removed from Star Trek Picard. We reported it. I was a little hyperbolic. I said, was he fired? I put a question mark. Was he fired? I don't know. I don't know if he was fired, but I know he was removed. And man, we got hit with fake news. Week later, Michael Chabon is announced as a showrunner. Didn't hear a sorry then, but it's okay. It's okay. And then he leaves. So we'll get to that. First of all, let's get to, I don't want to look at myself. I really don't. Not right now. And we'll do that later. Bango Skank for $5. 3 writers at Slash Film put Last Jedi on their top films of the decade lists. What a pathetic PR stunt to drum up controversy and ire from us. Yes, there's going to be a lot of 4D chess going on in the next week or so. And yeah, I'm just not going to sleep. I'm going to have to stay up and pay attention to all of it. But at the rate I'm making videos, it's just going to, I can't pump one out in a day. I might try, but yeah, it just takes me a couple days. That's all. And I'm fine with that. But man, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's why I'm going to be live the next 3 days. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? But thank you, Bango Skank, Slash Film. All of those sites are just gone. I mean, like, they're kind of pointless now. They don't have any real takes. They are so addicted to their access. And they don't even realize that if they just broke the narrative and broke away from that, they'd probably maintain most of their access. I mean, who wants to? I'm sorry. Other than maybe the cast of the Orville or the Expanse, there is no actor I want to interview. And you know what? If they came onto my show for an interview, I'd probably have Mrs. Nerdrotic interview, because I'm a terrible interviewer. And I would rather talk to you guys. I don't know. I have no desire to sell my integrity to have a 5-minute interview with somebody who's going to forget me in 5 seconds. It's not worth it. R Far for $3.49 New Zealand. He is down in Middle Earth. Hashtag Doomcock was right. Hashtag Doomcock vindicated. Yes. Doomcock vindicated. Jedi Praxis vindicated. Midnight's Edge vindicated. Yep. Hail Doomcock, and thank you, R Far. Steve O for $14.99. Hail Gary, keep up the awesome work, brother. The join button on your channel is mysteriously absent. What? I've seen it on other channels, but yours is not yours. Any ideas? Well, it was supposed to be there. Let me check. It was there. It's there. You're not seeing. Maybe you're. It's not on. I don't know why you're not seeing it, but it's definitely there. It is most definitely there. I'm sorry that you can't see it, but it is there. It is there. Badges and stuff are coming. Josiah offered to help me, and I didn't get back to him, but I will. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the interest in the join button. I appreciate any support I get so I can keep doing this and keep taking on the big corporations, because it's fun. It's fun. I love fighting battles I probably can't win. It's a story of my life. The king of lost causes, like Don Quixote. Hail Gary. Oh, thank you, Steve-O. Bird of Prey 5 for $5. Kapla. By the way, it's right here. It's dirty, Bird of Prey. But here's my hat. There's the hat right there. Make Klingons great again. I was working in it. Kapla, so glad the media is loving the movie. I guess we were all worried for nothing. Rise of Skywalker is stunning and brave. Stunning and brave, Bird of Prey. Stunning and brave. And the rise of Rey Woman Better it gets every little soy boy's 1-incher hard. I know that was cruel, but it's true. It's true. And they can all take pictures with their mouths open and be just super happy and say super a lot. Super. Thanks for asking. Professor Thaskalos for $5. My 2 dogs put out more inventive and entertaining things curled up on my front lawn than the people over at Disney. Yes, and they probably produce better work on the lawn when they do their business. And that, hey, that keeps the lawn green, though. That keeps the lawn green. $4.99 message retracted. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know if you put salty language in the super chats, it will retract your message. Sorry. That's YouTube. It is not me. Stellar Heather for $2. Doomrotic will tear Rise of Skywalker apart, and I am here for it. Oh, yes. That will be the Inquisition this Sunday night, 6 p.m. on Doomcock's channel. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are. Hey, OBDM videos for $4.99. I got your stuff. Thank you for sending it to me. You gave me a bunch of swag. I appreciate it. In my P.O. box. Do you think Warner Brothers will cancel JJ's contract if Rise does horribly? And considering Joker's performance, I don't think they will. If the Rise of Skywalker actually flops, and Warner Brothers, Dan and Dave's J.J. Abrams like Disney does, that would be funny. I would laugh my ass off. And you know what? They would be smart to do so. If Warner Brothers is listening to us right now, OBDM videos, I think we speak in a singular voice with this. With all of your superhero movies, just do what you did with Todd Phillips. Every superhero movie gets $50 million. That's it. You got to create, you got to be clever, you got to use practical effects, you got to work within that $50 million budget, and I think we'll get probably some of the best superhero movies ever made if you get the right talent. And you'll have to get actual talent. J.J. Abrams is, you know what? You know why Bob Iger probably likes Jar Jar Abrams? Is all those guys know how to do is spend money. They don't know how to create shit. They don't know how to innovate shit. Bob Iger, I'm sorry, is an empty suit. Which makes him a perfect presidential candidate who will never make it past the first whatchamacallit. He'll make, the first debate. Because he won't know what to say when he's on his own. That guy probably has to, go over 3 speeches written by 3 assistants to order coffee. Felipe Abrigo for a 25 Chilean dollars. Hi, Gary. Any chance for you and Dr. Dichter do a review of Expanse season 2, 3, or review the Expanse 2 or 3 episodes at a time? We need an Expanse fix. Solo lost money. I'll have to see. Both of our schedules are very tight over the next 2 weeks, maybe in January. I'm going to be doing another Expanse review on my channel this Saturday where I'm going to get heavily into book spoilers. So, if you want to watch it, it's going to be, I'm tired of holding back because I do need to talk about, it's very hard to talk about stuff I know when I talk for a living. So I have invited somebody to join. I don't know if they have committed yet, and I will let you know when that person does and does not. But this Saturday, I will be talking about it again. But it's going to be all book stuff. Dragon, and guess what? I just sent Doomcock a message today where I said, you were right, buddy. I was wrong. You were right. Because I said The Expanse would be a memory by mid-January, and Doomcock said it would be a memory by this Tuesday. And guess what? It is. The Expanse made a huge mistake. It was a blunder of epic proportions. It's the best show on TV. It's the best thing I've seen this year, and nobody's watching it. Nobody's talking about it. It's a memory already. And all the oxygen got sucked up by the fall of frackin' Skywalker, which irritates me even more. If they would have released it weekly, they would have owned the frackin' internet. But they didn't listen to me, and now they're going to pay the price. And if I hear Expanse canceled after season 5, I'm going to be pissed. Thank you, Felipe. Dragon Volder X for $2. I fly in Thursday night. SFO. Awesome. Cool. Thursday night. I'm seeing it Thursday night. I hope you get there sooner. If tickets are still available, Senate Arts Empire, Dragon, 6 p.m. Pacific time. If not, then maybe we can meet for coffee the next day. Just let me know. Shoot me a DM, and maybe we can grab some coffee on Friday. But I have a show. I have 2 shows Friday. I have Mandalorian and Friday Night Tights, but I can get out for coffee in between. AM Fitness for $1.99. Frack John Shilia would sell his mother for perks. John Campia did I finish my thought? I hate it when I do that. So this is from the beginning of the live stream. I'm sorry. God dang. Adult ADHD. The struggle is real. So I was watching a John Campea video. Oh, I talked about it, where he conflated the SJW argument with people of color, and he goes off for freaking 15 minutes, just pushing this narrative that all the critics of The Last Jedi are just a bunch of ists and phobes, and he is as responsible as freaking any access media. Actually, you know what? Did you guys notice that I didn't put YouTubers in any of my videos? None of my videos have other YouTubers in it, when other YouTubers were the worst. They were the worst. As much as comicbook.com built the fandom menace, Collider built the fandom menace. John Campea built the fandom menace. All these people built the fandom menace by not being honest with their audience, and they can sniff that stuff out. And I'm not saying Campea lies all the time. I don't know. I don't know what's in the man's heart. I'm just saying that when you are going to that many premieres and you're that many selfies and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, your camera's on you all the time on your YouTube channel, and then to go out there and like take more pictures of yourself, it's like, honestly, I mean, like, I can't judge another man's looks, but I don't want to be looking at John Campea that much, to be honest with you. And he puts himself on all his thumbnails. It gets a bit much. It gets a bit much. You want to, as a viewer, I'm going to say this as a viewer because I'm a longtime YouTube viewer. Now, I didn't watch his show and I didn't watch Collider because I never, ever liked that stuff. I tell you what, world-class bullshitters, but before them, I was watching Midnight's Edge, but World Class Bullshitters was the first one that I saw go against the Force Awakens. And Midnight's Edge was an inspiration for this channel, what Andre was doing, and it still remains that. That's the class of the Phantom Menace, of YouTube. I love those guys dearly. So, real quick before I go on, let me recap my Force Awakens experience. So I watched The Force Awakens and I got home and my kid said it was boring. And I said it just felt like a 2-hour trailer. Like nothing was interconnected. Nothing felt genuine. I didn't buy in anything. There was no stakes. I never felt like anybody was in danger. There was no way Rey could have learned a Force trick in 5 minutes. Yeah. So she just hears of the Force, and in I doubt it's 10 minutes of screen time, she's doing a Jedi mind trick. Oh, and I didn't see it then. So when Finn and Han Solo go to save her, she didn't need them to save her. She saved herself. Han Solo was window dressing. So if you haven't watched that movie, I want you to go back and watch that movie with your 2019 eyes and see what started it all. And it's so much worse. It's as bad as The Last Jedi. So F Jar Jar Abrams. He is a hack. He destroyed Han Solo. Ruin Johnson destroyed Luke Skywalker on the orders of Kathleen Kennedy. So I see the Force Awakens, and I don't like it. So thankfully, Mr. Plinkett, Red Letter Media, my boys, I really trust their taste. I don't agree with them all the time, but most of the time I do. Comes out with a Force Awakens review, and it breaks my heart, Fredo. Breaks my heart. He likes the movie. I'm like, how can he like the movie? What the hell? And everybody's liking the movie, so I'm kind of thinking that's it for me. You know, I always prided myself on my taste. I owned a comic shop for 10 years here in San Francisco. And part of being a good comic shop owner, good customer service and good taste, you got the description of a comic shop owner is matching you to your story. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. That's what we do. Everybody is a story. Everybody has a story. And everybody out there has a story that matches what their story is. So we connect these little stories together. And I did it every week, and it was fun. And I loved recommending stuff to people. I read a lot of comic books. And this is how bad things are now. I like most things. I am not as hardcore as Doomcock. Doomcock's pretty hardcore. He's pretty unforgiving on stuff. I'm a little, I have some sway. I have some compromise. Always have. probably why I stayed married for 18 years the second time around. But I got a little compromise in me, and things still suck. I hate The Force Awakens as much as Doomcock does and Last Jedi. So that's how bad these things are. I mean, there might be a point in time where I drift from everybody because, like, Batman versus Superman, it sucks, but I enjoy it. It sucks, but I enjoy it. I'm kind of a sucker for comic book movies. But I digress. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I had lost my taste. I thought it was over for me. So I was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't even do a podcast anymore because obviously I am just old and tired. And then I found Jeff from World Class Bullshitters. And I'm all, thank you. And yeah, it was beautiful confirmation biased, but no, I just thought we were the only ones who didn't like it. And I'm like, well, obviously this is somebody I need to listen to all the time now. Not knowing he was like, I knew he was younger than me, not realizing like how young he was. And I would listen to their Thursday night podcast before I went to bed every night before I went to work. I'd listen to Good Morning Pop Culture on the way to Tesla and EVS. And I was listening the first night of the High Council when your boy Zach, who I emailed today, by the way. I want to publicly apologize to your boy Zach from Comics Matter. He emailed me on November 1st, and I just got back to him today. I suck. I'm a dick. I'm sorry. But at least I got back to him. So Force Awakens sucked. Everybody loved it. I thought I was crazy. Then I found Jeff. That was my journey to the fandom menace. And here we are. Yes. Does Red Letter Media even do Mr. Plinkett anymore? I thought they were done after The Last Jedi, but I'm guessing he'll probably do another one. I've actually gotten quite used to Half in the Bag. I enjoy most of their stuff now. I did not enjoy them melting a bunch of action figures though. I know it was funny. It just made me sick to my stomach, so I couldn't see it. AM Fitness for $1.99. Frack Jaw. I already read this one, but thank you, AM Fitness again. Jester of Roanoke. Jester of Roanoke for $2. There you are. Were you the one who killed them all? Or did you eat them? Looking forward to Red Letter Media Plinkett review. I am as well. Because I think he's swung back around on that art. Actually, he did mention that. When they reviewed The Last Jedi, they came back around. And I love those guys. I truly do. It was funny. I was waiting for the Nerd Crew to kind of take a shot at the Fandom Menace. Because, you could take a shot at the Fandom Menace. I think it would be funny. There's a lot of jokes out there. You could certainly make fun of me. There's a lot of people to make fun of in a fun way. And they didn't. And I think it's because, I know they don't love everything we do. But you know what? How many of you believe now there were multiple endings? Because I do. I do. I believe there was multiple endings. I think it was the Mad Libs. CS for $5. John Campea was mind controlled by Doomcock. That's why he didn't like it. John Campea, that video I was watching, he kept on saying over and over again, I don't care if I lose subscribers. Screw you. I don't want you to watch my channel if you're this or that, or you're this or that. What, for one, there's never a reason to say that. People who aren't going to watch your channel or don't agree with you are going to figure that out within a first half hour of a live stream. When you do that, and I'm telling John Campea what to do, who's got 70 million more views than me on his channel, but I don't care. When you do that, you unintentionally offend somebody who you don't mean to. So I would never say anything like that. If we don't agree, fine. And there's probably a lot of things you're not going to agree with me on, but we can always find a middle ground if you're a reasonable person. And I imagine all of you are. So, but yeah, I think John Campea knows which way the wind is blowing, and he wants to stick around on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm that adaptable, So say Disney Star Wars turns around. Say The Mandalorian's turning the page. Things turn around. I'm never going to like it. I'll be honest with you. I ain't going back. I'm not going to waste my time with that shite. If you want to, no judgment. That's fine. But the only thing I gave a crap about was Anakin and Luke's story. And quite frankly, I only really cared about Luke's story. The prequel sucked. Okay. The prequel sucked. They did, but they're better than Disney Star Wars. But they're still very bad movies. I'm never going to go back. And now they're going to mess with Indiana Jones, and that's going to probably piss me off worse. It's probably going to piss me off worse. Welcome to the 3,600 people watching. Wow, this is a record for the Nerdrotic Nooner. So welcome everybody. Joni Baloney for $5. This is a long-term ploy. Release 3 trash films, fans outraged, then make 3 good movies to retcon 7, 8, 9 and sell tons. Coke classic, but Star Wars. Yes. So Kathleen, Joni Baloney, you're not wrong. Kathleen Kennedy said that we might not have seen the last of the Skywalkers. I have said since Disney bought Star Wars that they're going to remake the original trilogy. I'll go one step further. They're going to gender swap Luke Skywalker, and it'll be Prince Leia. And I predict it will happen within the next 10 years. And I just want you to all acknowledge that I was right when it happens. That's it. Just find me. I don't know if I'll be on YouTube or not, but look me up. Look me up. And if I was wrong, you can look me up too. That's fine. Alexander Heller, ask Alexa, which is the worst Star Wars movie? My Alexa's not plugged in right now, Alexander. I would totally do that, but I unplug my Alexa when I live stream. But you know what, Alexander? When I'm done live streaming, I will ask Alexa, and I will record it, and I'll put it on Twitter just for you. Okay? Norwegian Kryptonian for 55 Norwegian krona. Hail, Gary. Wouldn't it be funny if WB announced the Snyder Cut tomorrow just to take a piss out of Disney? Oh my God, WB, please. Please. Please, please, please. I'll buy 5 Joker Blu-rays if you do that. And I'll buy 5 Snyder Cut Blu-rays, and I'll give them to kids with cancer. Please. And I'll donate money to kids. Please do that. Please, please do that. That would be great. I don't know why somebody doesn't do that. Don't worry, I am going to binge The Expanse, says Tech Guy. Good. I hope you do, because we have no choice now. Traveling, but I'm glad you are, Tech Guy, and it's really, really good. Traveling Rider, welcome to the Jaloja level. I thank you. Mr. Chuck Nasty, if Rey goes back to Luke's home Tatooine, do you think they forget it in ruins and have it look like nothing happened to it? Hashtag Solo lost money. So it looks like they just left yesterday, even though Luke was lost in myth in the beginning of The Force Awakens. Yes. One thing, without seeing 1 second of this movie, if anybody out there has seen this, please confirm this, because this is a J.J. Abrams movie. Time does not matter. Time and distance do not matter. In Star Trek 2009 and both Star Trek movies, they traveled insane distances in like a day. And yeah, time and logic don't matter in Jar Jar Abrams' universe. So you will be left with tons of questions. And Jar Jar Abrams will just go, mystery box, mystery box, mystery box. And you're going to want to put his head in a mystery box. Figuratively, not literally. Okay? We wish no violence or harm on anybody from Disney Star Wars whatsoever. I want you all to live perfectly happy lives after you've learned the lesson of not crossing the fans. Because that's what you're learning right now. You cross the goddamn fans, you lose every time. And I can't believe I have to say this out loud. They're your paying customers, you dipshits. I mean, I can't believe you actually forget this. The creatives in Hollywood think we're actually there for them. Like, oh my God, these people are lucky they get to spend money on the thing I made. Yeah, right. You freaking idiots. Lucas not being invited to the red carpet. Disgusting, says Shannon M for Australian $2. Did we get confirmation of that? Now, on face value, it looks like that's what happened. He wasn't on the list. I saw Doomcock's video, and it is disgusting. Or did he say, leave me off the guest list? Which would be just as bad. Just as bad. I don't think George Lucas wanted to watch them disrespect Anakin's story, disrespect Luke's story, and that is a massive PR hit to Disney, and I know they're all smiles. Did anybody in the Shiltastic media ask them directly this question? Why isn't George Lucas here? That's your job, by the way, and that would be the first goddamn question I would ask of everybody. But I was watching the red carpet, and Pedro Pascal was there, and everybody's all, smile, smile, smile. It's like, dude, why isn't George Lucas there? Derek McManus for £5. Gary was in touch with the Critical Drinker. He is willing to stream with you. Email him. It will be awesome. Yes, I saw him. He sent me, I believe, a message. He sent me something on Twitter. Yes. In a second, I will talk to that guy. I fucking love him. He's one of the best YouTubers in existence. He's right up there with Mahler and Rags and like just great YouTubers. Admin Grumpy Bear for $20. I wonder if we can get back to telling good stories and making entertaining films now. That's about a year away. The Joker. So we're going to dial back to earlier this summer. The Dave Chappelle effect was, it's the natural order of things. Trends only go on for so long. The pendulum swings back and forth. 2015, the SJW NPC movement started, and it peaked earlier this year, and it is starting to wane. It's going to take a while to completely get rid of it, but it started. So the Dave Chappelle effect started, then the Joker happens. In between there, Bill Burr's comedy special, we can't forget that. And then we also have Ricky Gervais out there and other people. Was it Ricky Gervais? No, it was the other English guy. I can't remember. Somebody else, basically talking against PC politics. Todd Phillips talking about woke politics. That once that starts, it takes a while to get through Hollywood because there's a lot of people making a lot of money off this shit right now. Greg Berlanti is a great example. I mean, the CW is like SJW personified. Birds of Prey will be the first official SJW comic book movie, and I hope you guys treat it as such and don't fucking watch that movie. And I can't believe the same company that put out Joker put this out. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. But it's happening. And honestly, Mary Mayhem said it yesterday. It was started here on YouTube. And a lot of the YouTubers who started this movement aren't with us anymore, which sucks. Which quite frankly sucks. There were some founding fathers out there, and unfortunately they were labeled early on as isphobes, alt-right, and stuff like that. But I mean, you guys know their names. One of them has a beard like mine, and he was driven off of YouTube. And Crowder's still around, but there's some people out there on both sides of the aisle who started this shit who aren't with us anymore. I mean, they're still alive, but they're just not with us on YouTube because of the changes. And right now, we're in the safe zone of entertainment, talking about television shows and movies. That's funny. I can't talk about what I talked about with Zach today, but I was thinking about getting into comic book reviews, but unfortunately, that industry is lost. It's gone. The comic industry is gone. It's dead. We lost it to SJWism. We have lost Doctor Who to SJWism and PC politics. We can salvage Star Trek, and I think it might actually happen. It's not going to happen this go around, but there might be a shift coming. More on that later. But and Star Wars, damage is done for me, but there might be a better Star Wars ahead. What I think is going to happen with Star Wars, it's going to be Disney Marvel Star Wars. So Disney Marvel Star Wars is on its way. And that's why Kathleen Kennedy announced no more trilogies, because they're probably going to, this is just a guess, they're going to go deep in the past, and they're going to center a movie around an individual. And we're going to see basically superhero Star Wars movies, singular movies. One might get a sequel here and there, and they're going to map it out exactly like the MCU because why the fuck not? Excuse my language. It worked. Now, I don't know if this will work for Star Wars, honestly, because the big problem you have here is the people you need to help build this universe, you gave a middle finger to in 2014, and that's called the EU fans. And the EU fans, see, this is why you don't piss off your hardcore fans, because they get you through the dark times. I hate to say it, but Hollywood, if you want to know as much as possible about pop culture and the pop culture customer, you need to talk to comic shop owners. You do. We were the last retailers. We're on the front lines of pop culture, and nobody ever talks to us. Some of us are curmudgeons and assholes, and I understand that. But you should. You really should. Because we see this shit coming, and because everything plays out in comics before it plays out in entertainment. And unfortunately, we lost comics, but because of Comicsgate, and because of what happened in comics, the fandom menace happened, and the numbers are much bigger. And you see how much success you can have when you have the big numbers. You can't get insular. You can't. Hey, by the way, how's that Gray Order doing? Anybody Gray Order? Gray Order? Wasn't there another order? The Palpatine pals, how are they doing? They doing okay? Yeah, because breaking off into a small insular group isn't going to help anything. Come back to the fandom menace. Get back into the fandom menace. There's no rules. There's no dues. There's no fees. You can like whatever goddamn movie you like. But the bigger the numbers, we got Disney to blink. We got them to move. We got The Mandalorian. And it looks like The Rise of Skywalker was an attempt to please us, which is funny. I think it's funny. It's not going to please me. It might please some of you out there. And, hey, that's great. That's great. No judgment. Admin Grumpy Bear for $20. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I'm going to see yes, it did. It did. So I'm going to be going kind of out of order with the super chats because it jumped on me. So I will get to it though. Eric K for $4.99. Gary, congrats on 30 million views. Thank you very much. I hit 30 million views yesterday. And considering a year ago, I think I had 1 million views. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I hit 1 million views. I think it was at the end of 2018. So 29 million views this year. Nice. On like, how many videos did I produce this year? I think like 600 this year. I have 960 videos total on the channel. Half of them are live streams. So only half of our uploads. I average 38,000 views per video, going way back to the beginning. Thank you. Amazing. You have come a long way since we only had a few in chat. Keep on fighting. Sent you an email and text. Thank you. And I saw your email and I saw your text. If you can be in town tomorrow, Thursday, 3:30 p.m., meet me at Starbucks, West Portal. So yes, it's been crazy since I could read the whole chat and there was 15 people watching. Seems like yesterday. Paleo Geek Chris for $4.99. Couldn't find join button either, so I signed up on Patreon. You kept saying to support your favorite YouTuber. Turns out that's you, brother. Oh, thank you. And you can't find it either. Okay, so please, moderators, could you check and see if you can see my join button? Because I can, but now I have 2 people telling me they can't. There might be a glitch in the matrix, but yeah, let me know. Are you guys are in the States, right? Yeah, those are dollars. You're in the States. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for letting me know, Paleo Geek, and thank you for joining at Patreon. I appreciate you. I do. Dan Reese for $2 Australian. So we need to get Doomcock was right trending. Yeah. We could certainly do that. If you want to do that, that's hashtag Doomcock was right. I would just hashtag Doomcock. Long hashtags don't, just hashtag Doomcock. That'll piss enough people off as it is. Admin Grumpy Bear, thank you very much. Derek McManus for £5. Thank you again. I will definitely be talking to the Critical Drinker. Again, one of my favorite. If you guys do not know who this guy is, he is hilarious. He did the best video on Westworld Season 2. It's everything that was in my brain that I could not put to video. I could not articulate. So please watch his Westworld Season 2 video. It explains everything that's wrong with current year politics, everything that's wrong with current year Hollywood, all encapsulated in one wonderful, funny video. The man is a genius. He is. Shannon M., thank you for the super chat. Cesario JPN for $5. Did you see Rianne Johnson's tweet using the Pokemon Grimer to subtly shame Fandom Menace? Grimer likes toxic environs, according to the video games. Rianne Johnson is a pathetic little dweeb. I'll say it. I don't usually name call, but he is. He's a thin-skinned, pathetic little dweeb. And you know what, dude? I would love to talk to you face to face. Call me a toxic anything to my face, you little dweeb. Come on. So he has to put the Fandom Menace in his movie. He's so thin-skinned about it. Like, dude, grow up, man. Like, seriously. I get shit like you do every day. You should see the shit I get. So what? Who cares? You're a grown-ass man. Act like it. Jesus. Little dweeb. You know what? He probably got picked on a lot in school. He did. With that big old round head. Probably got called Charlie Brown all the time. Yeah, it sucks. Mr. Chuck Nasty for $5. If Rey goes back to Luke's home, Tatooine, do you think they forget it in ruins? Oh, I already read that one. Thank you, though. I think they're going to forget a lot of stuff. Traveling Writer, thank you for jumping on the Jaloja level. Tech Guy, thank you again for the $2. All right, $2. Let's get to bounding into comics real quick, and then we'll get to more chat. Let's get to, I want to show you this Mark Hamill article from, I got to make sure I got the right window capture going. Yes. And then we're going to put this up on top. Boom, boom. And boom. Okay. This is my good friend, John F. Trent, who's just all over this Star Wars stuff right now. Mark Hamill reveals the most important element of the Star Wars experience. Star Wars legend and icon Mark Hamill himself revealed the most important element of the Star Wars experience following the world premiere of Star Wars The Fall of Skywalker. Hamill took to Twitter to write, "As the end is just around the corner, I'm thinking of most important element of Star Wars experience. The fans." He explained why fans are the most important part. Their passion, support, and unwavering loyalty over the years is astonishing. Hamill then thanks Star Wars fans. "Thank you, UPFs. You mean the world to me. I salute each and every one of you." And we salute you too, buddy. Well, some of the stuff you do. Quite honestly, you did something last summer that I wasn't a real big fan of, but it was a personal issue that nobody should have ever heard about. But the fact that I did disgusted me a little bit. But you know what? We all make mistakes in life, man. And I've made horrific mistakes as well. And I have been forgiven. But that was because I asked for forgiveness. If you were wondering what UPF is, stands Hamill coined the hashtag back in 2013, revealing the acronym stands for Ultra Passionate Fans. Yeah. These are all the people, Mark, who were crushed what happened to your character after The Last Jedi, after witnessing what happened to your character. So, I don't know if that's a nod and wink. I doubt he likes the Fandom Menace very much. Maybe he does like elements of it. I'm certain he liked some of the criticism we had towards The Last Jedi. I'm certain he doesn't like some of our takes. It's interesting to hear what Hollywood thinks of the Fandom Menace because, they know about it. As a matter of fact, I talked about this last Friday, and I will tell you all here. I have been in contact with my insider lately. I haven't talked to him in a couple months. So we had a long conversation about Star Trek and other things. And he told me that the Phantom Menace was the talk of the town. Now, that's in his circles, and his circles are not, he's not an upper tier creative, we'll say that. He's in the business side of Hollywood. So he's not in the big sexy part, but he's in a kind of a sexy job. He's got one of those sexier professions. But he's somebody I've known for, 12 years now. And he said, that's what he said. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Now I've heard from a couple of people I knew through the comic store who I haven't really talked to in the last couple of years, who just piped in on Messenger and said a couple of things, which I can't say, but, yeah, I thought that was interesting to hear. And I'm not surprised considering what I've seen at Comic-Con and what I've seen at Star Trek, but that's because of you guys. This is all because of you guys. Like, this is the ultra passionate fan. I like that. I think that's what we are. We're ultra passionate fans, and nobody has any right to tell us how much we need to care about something. If anybody throws that on you, go, why do you love your wife so much? Just ask them that. Well, it's different. No, it's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. Because you're asking me what I should care about. Back in September of 2017, while promoting The Last Jedi, Hamill would appear on Late Night with Stephen Colbert to describe it. And I'm not going to fuck Stephen Colbert. And by the way, if you have not, if you're out there and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, because YouTube is favoring people like Stephen Colbert over independent creators like yours truly. Men and women inside their basements or their kids' bedrooms or their garages, like Sporking News Podcast. Are you in your garage, Sporking News Podcast? I like that, by the way. And hail, brother. That YouTube is favoring them. So if you could please consider subscribing to my channel and your favorite YouTuber. I watched YouTube for a long time without subscribing to anybody. And then I started doing it because I knew it helped. And it really does help us keep traction. Jeremy was talking about it on the live stream last night. I experienced this over the summer, actually. Midnight's Edge, Doomcock, myself, I think Mecha Random is still going through it, and Geeks and Gamers is going through it as well. We got caught up in whatever punishment that YouTube levied out to anybody who supported Crowder. I know that Jeremy and I did openly put Vox Apocalypse on a couple of our videos, and I know Young Ripa did as well, and I know we all paid the price for it over the summer. We certainly did. Now, I got out of the hole somehow, but some of my friends have not. They are certainly, in my opinion, being suppressed. So if you could like and share their videos as much as possible, I would really appreciate it. And mine too. And it's like past a day out. It really helps. Even if you want to put it in a playlist and watch it later. And it sucks. I wish I didn't have to ask you anything. But I do. So I apologize. It's so much work. And I thank you for all your support. I do. Hamill added, they love this thing to the point where they relate stories of how it got them through their mother's illness and how they met their wife online. It's just become such a fabric of their lives. It's truly moving. It's called mythology. When it does that, it's mythology. Unfortunately, Jar Jar Abrams, like I said last night, has turned mythology into a bad, disposable comic book that you got free with a breakfast cereal. He continued, I don't see it on a day-to-day basis, but when I go out in public, or of course not, because people in Hollywood don't care about things that much. You would have to actually care about something outside of yourself. And that is a concept that gets lost on absolutely everyone in Hollywood. There might be some actors or producers who remember what it used to be like, but if they're successful in any way, part of the deal in Hollywood is to be hyper narcissistic. And it's part of the job description actually. But when I go out in public or to these celebrations and so forth, it's just astonishing how passionate they really, and I don't take it for granted. And if it weren't for the fans, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to Stephen Colbert. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. And listen, we don't ask you to, I really appreciate you saying that, Mark. And you know what? The creatives out there, the true creatives, you don't have to say that all the time. We understand. We understand that you guys are humans, especially the people working on the Expanse of the Orville. And we understand that, you probably came from humble beginnings. You worked your ass off. You got to Hollywood. And that's why it's so disappointing. So many of you who did bust your balls to get to the top of the ladder, and then you sell your fracking soul for fracking politics, and you alienate half of your audience. It's mind-boggling why you do that. I don't understand it. I just don't. Where do you lose it at some point? You had that singular focus to work your ass off to make it in Hollywood. And as Dave Chappelle said, there's no weak people who get there. You have to be strong. So what happens to people when they get there? Well, we know the answer to that question. We know what happens to the child actors too, but that never gets talked about. But we appreciate when we hear it. We don't have to hear it every second, but once in a while would be nice. And thank you, Mark Hamill. Back in January, after a fan shared a clip of the show, Hamill noted, "It's all about the fans." Yes, it is. And I think Mark has been showed lots of love. I've never disrespected the man, and I never will. Again, he did something last summer that was a personal issue that I should have never heard about, but I did, and I don't like it. But honestly, it didn't change not going to judge him too harshly. Again, I've done stuff too. But I am going to judge people harshly that took our American mythology and pissed all over it and disposed it for their own little personal gain. And for what? And for what? A forgettable movie. Jar Jar Abrams just shat on 40 plus years of mythology for a few months of basically a few months of attention. And then this is going to be a forgotten franchise. This is going to be freaking Transformers. It's going to be G.I. Joe. That's what happened. So you sold out Luke Skywalker, George Lucas, Han Solo, millions of fans to bring back Palpatine to get and then you put Skywalker in the title when it's got nothing to do with Skywalker, just to trick fans. You click fucking baited fans back into a movie, you scumbuckets. I mean, come on. What do you expect us to say? God damn it. You know what? And then lying to our face, constantly lying to our face like we're freaking idiots. Dude, you know what? Please do not judge me or any of the fine people in my chat by your fucking standards. God damn it. Get me mad now. Get me mad. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 4,000 people watching. Again, Nerdrotic Nooner record. It's going to be a fun couple of days. We have each other to talk to, and interact with. Thank you, Mark Lurzeth and your wrench. I appreciate you. And according to Christy and Echo Based Network, what is up? Not sure if our channel is being suppressed or not. Sub count is in the toilet over the past 3 months. Let me talk to you. I'm going to put an open notice out here for a couple of my friends. Jesse Milestone, and Jeff knows what he's doing. Echo Based Network, Jesse Milestone, get in touch with me, please. I need to talk to you. I have some unsolicited, helpful, constructive criticism. It's not even criticism. It's helpful advice. It's not criticism. I take that back. It's helpful advice. I want to help you guys because I love you guys. Thank you, Matsum. Plus, I need to have Jessie on this channel. I haven't had her on the channel yet, but she's all busy making out with Jeff right now, which is good. That's good and healthy. I like that. A good makeout session is good for the soul. Norwegian Kryptonian, thank you for the super chat. And let's get to Lady Viking for $5. I saw more Disney created movies before Iger took over the Now Now they are playing on nostalgia, which is lazy. Lady Viking, you are 100% correct. I did not enjoy the animated Disney movies of the 90s, but I respected them. Okay, but I didn't watch them because I didn't have any daughters. And quite frankly, I probably wouldn't have taken a son to any of those movies. Maybe Lion King. Maybe when he's like really young. But I didn't have any kids at that time. But you know what? I like Tron Legacy. I like John Carter. I did. I like both of those movies a lot better than anything from Disney Star Wars, including Rogue One and Mandalorian. I really like John Carter. I think it's a cool movie. Alexander Heller for $2. Alexa says Rise of Skywalker is worse. She does? No way. Here, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to message my son and tell him to plug in Alexa. Give me just a moment. I got to get my oldest son is here. The one who's tall as Jeff Hicks. Melissa's saying yo. I'm live. That's Mrs. Nerdrotic. I knew I shouldn't have checked my messages. Okay. All right. We'll see if he can switch on Alexa for me. If not, I'll record it. Thank you. Toby Carnes for $5. The only way to get revenge on Disney Star Wars is to seek Episode 9 out at the on the high seas. Arg. Well, Toby, it's funny that you bring that up. I have not been looking for The Rise of Skywalker on torrent downloads. That would be wrong to look for The Rise of Skywalker on torrent downloads, and I want to dissuade anybody from looking for The Rise of Skywalker on torrent downloads. Although, even though I wasn't looking for it, I haven't seen it yet. But I imagine it won't be on there soon. Yes. Darkstar76 for $5. I think if you got, say, Wes Chatham or Cass Anvar for an interview, that would be cool. I think they would really appreciate fans and actually remember you. I would interview both of those guys in an instant. I don't know if they would come on my channel. I might be a little too controversial. I mean, not that I'm not the most controversial channel in the world. I know that. But I might be for them. I wouldn't want to, but yeah, I would love to talk to him. I love Cass Anvar. Wes Chatham is cool. Maybe. Guess what? I'll tell you this, Darkstar. I have been offered to talk to actors from a certain show, and I'm going to take up that offer in January. So I will be interviewing some people from a very cool show, but it's going to be like, so my style of interview is it's a free flow conversation. We're going to talk about whatever the hell they want. The person who comes here can talk about whatever the hell they want, except for politics. We're not going to talk about politics. And if that person wants to just give us life stories from when they were a kid, that's fine. That's kind of the conversation I like. So that's how it'll probably go. I'll let you know in January. We've done interviews. We did an interview with an actress from Happy, and I've done an interview with Derek Robertson. I'm going to get Derek Robertson back on the channel because last time I was here, we had 10,000 subs. So I want to get him on. Derek Robertson, by the way, is a comic book artist. He did Transmetropolitan. He co-created The Boys. You know, that Amazon show that's a big, giant hit? Yeah, that came out of the brain of my friend. So I'm going to get him on the channel so we can interview him. And maybe he'll talk a little bit about some non-spoiler stuff he can talk about from The Boys Season 2. I still need to review The Boys Season 1. I owe you guys that. I do. I will be doing short individual Expanse reviews for my Patreon starting tomorrow. Actually, New Tarot will be tomorrow. Okay. Toby Carnes, thank you very much. Darkstar, thank you very much. Arbitov for $1.99. Thanks for taking on the man. Mouse. You're welcome. Listen, it's easy with you guys at my back, to be honest with you. I would love to say it's hard work. And listen, sometimes when you get certain emails, it moves your stomach a little bit, you know, when or threats of some kind. But it's like I get very little. Honestly, I don't get that much abuse. I don't get that many threats, like once every couple months. So it's not terrible. It has been the last couple of days, but Doctor Who fans are the worst. So until I get into Doctor Who, it's not that bad. But as long as, you guys have my back, I have your back, we're good. I feel pretty good about this, but you're welcome. Thank you for helping me. You are taking on the mouse as well. Dan Palm for $1.99. Do you know the real reason Counterpart was axed? I don't know the real reason, Dan. Do you? I just figured that the ratings were just horrifically low. But it was a cheap show. And it was put on by a great production company, too. Anonymous Entertainment is a great production company. Counterpart was one of the best shows. It had a rushed ending, but if you want to watch 2 solid seasons of TV, J.K. Simmons making his best performance of his life, Counterpart. Wow, it was good. Yeah, I don't know the real reason, but if there is one, I will look it up, Dan, just for you, because I'm curious now. Mr. Roboto, I'm glad you bring up porn. For $2, how did you feel about the Force Awakens porn parody? I didn't watch it. But I want to bring up porn for one reason. We're not going to talk about porn. But I want Disney Star Wars to really listen to you guys in the chat and to me right now. I need you to listen. Good stories do not come from penises or vaginas. They come from brains. It doesn't matter what kind of junk you have. You need to have talent to tell a good story. You need to have people of talent. So your little goddamn experiment with your story group didn't really work out that well, did it? We were trying to tell you for 3 years, some of us were trying to tell you that we want to keep giving you money, but you got to really stop doing what you're doing. And you just had to make little changes, like fire the idiots who don't know what they're doing because you hired them because they had the right pigment and the right packages in the right places instead of having the right talent. And you know what? I bet you people of different makes and sizes have talent. And instead of just looking within your little insular groups to pick out, I'm sorry to say, your token people you need to go outside. You need to go outside of Hollywood. And I guarantee you will find a woman who knows Star Wars through and through. I bet you there is one. I bet you there's a woman out there who knows Star Trek better than Doomcock and Robert Meyer Burnett combined. I'm sure it exists. Go out and find it if you need to. But you know what? You need to find the best person for the job, especially when you have billion-dollar franchises online. You want to be experimental with the indie films. That's what they're supposed to be. They're the minor leagues. You got to work your way up. It's a meritocracy. Art is the ultimate meritocracy. But you thought Star Wars would be easy, Kathleen Kennedy. So you plucked a bunch of people who just weren't ready for the job. We're flat out, what'd you get? A bunch of YA writers? That's what Marvel Comics did. Black Heads for $2.79 Canadian. Long live the fandom menace. Truth has prevailed. It has. Again, I'm not going to say I told you so, but you guys can say it. I'm not really that much into rubbing stuff into people's faces. There's a couple of people out there I'd love to do it, to be honest with you. But you know what? We should take a victory lap. We did good work. Work is not done. Work is far from done. For one, the movie hasn't come out yet. And this movie is going to kick up a whole different battle, folks. It's going to kick up a whole different battle. Because what if, this is just a what if, I don't know this. I think the movie's going to completely suck because of the leaks. But what if it's as good as The Force Awakens, which still sucks to me, but The Force Awakens fans will be happy. And then you're going to have people happy with it. That's all I needed. I don't care if the plot's good or not. I just don't want identity politics. It's got to be a little more than that for me. I think getting rid of identity politics is a good first step. And I think The Mandalorian's kind of done that. But you know what? I got bored of the just no identity politics thing in 5 episodes. And now The Mandalorian it's nothing. It's nothing. I know people still like it. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It's just it's a beige wall. It's a room temperature glass of water. It's not anything I'm going to turn down in need, but it's not going to be anything I seek out. I would rather have a nice cold glass of water. Or, I don't know, a blue wall. I don't like white or beige. Dude, that story you told about finding Jeff over not liking Star Wars, that's exactly what you and Bulls Trek were to me with Doctor Who. Oh, Dan Reese, thank you, my friend. I love hearing that. I'm glad I got to pay it forward from Jeff. Bulls Trek is awesome. I love Bulls Trek. I am proud to call Bulls Trek a friend. Even though he's Canadian, I won't hold that against him. Thank you, Dan Reese from Australia, and your Australian $5. Fred Richards for $5. My local game store owner said he loved The Last Jedi, and I can't wait for the new movie. I tried to get him to see the light. Fred, some people cannot be diverted from their bad taste, but bless you for trying. Bless you for trying. I don't know how he's able to sell games. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he has good taste in games. You know, some people have better taste in some things than others. So, like, I would be terrible at recommending games because I don't play them. But I'm really thinking about playing the Witcher game now because I love that book so much. I'm like, I have a PS4. Is it on PS4? Is it on? I got a PS4. I got a PC. So I can play, I guess, games. Maybe Diablo 4 when it comes out. But then I would get my channel done, so no. No, I played Diablo 2 through a bad marriage, and it was good. It was good. Helped me a lot. Dan Reese for Australian $5. It accidentally went in there twice. I wish I could refund you, buddy. But Dan Reese, thank you again, my friend. I appreciate it. And you are followed up by Bastard for $1.99. You know, I'm actually a bastard. Like, I don't know who my father is. For $1.99, hashtag, well, I mean, I was raised by a dad who adopted me, but my real dad, no idea who he is. And you know what? I still don't have daddy issues. It's a thing. He was young. You know, he probably wouldn't have raised me very well anyway. I get it. Bastard for $1.99. Hashtag solo killed Epstein. That's a good one. Jason M for $10. Where do you think Disney is going to go with Star Wars after The Last Jedi? Can't help but think it's going to turn into Guardians of the Galaxy without the humor. That's exactly what's going to happen, Jason. It's going to be Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, and you're already seeing the signs of that Marvel Disney humor in Rise of Skywalker. It's going to get worse. And as Jeremy said in the live stream yesterday, Marvel Phase 4 is going to be horribly woke because they have already built up the universe. It's established. Now they can start playing their Disney games because they didn't learn any goddamn lessons and they think that Marvel is unbeatable. Well, you're going to see the first chink in the Marvel armor. Actually, I think you already saw it. I think you already saw it with Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and Wasp. And I think Black Widow will I don't think it'll make $1 billion. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. And every Marvel movie needs to make $1 billion now. Okay? Stockholders don't see a difference between Avengers Endgame and Black Widow. They're going to go, why didn't my Marvel movie make $1 billion? 200 Watt Studio. Loved season 4 of The Expanse. Too short, though. Yeah, because it felt short because they released it all at once. And yeah, it was. They used to be more episodes, and now they're only 10. Ferris Hadab for £5. Are you willing to go out and watch The Rise of Skywalker with an open mind and be honest with your opinion? Yeah. I mean, if it's good, Ferris, I'll tell you it's good. No, I have no problem doing that. No. I'm not gonna come out here and enjoy a movie and then come on and lie to you guys. Fuck no. I don't need the clicks that much, to be honest with you. So no, if I walk out of there going, objectively, I mean, here's the best possible scenario, because it's a third chapter of a story and the first 2 chapters suck. So the best possible scenario would be, objectively, it was pretty entertaining. I hate what they did to Luke Skywalker. I hate everything about Han Solo. But if you took the Star Wars name off this and it was just an adventure movie, I could say it's a good, yes, it could happen. I've already done that with you with The Mandalorian. I hope you have appreciated and noticed that. And both Doomcock and I did like one episode of Watchmen. We did. He liked it more than I did. I liked a little bit of it. I thought the other part sucked. But Watchmen's the worst thing I've seen this year, by far. Get it together now for $2. My Alexa says The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I just asked my Alexa and it said Rise of Skywalker. Oh, yes. That's great. That's great. I'll put that in my next video. Jetstorm26, thank you for the $2. Get it together now. Thank you for the $2. That's awesome. Freaking Jeff Bezos. You know what? Because Fall of Skywalker is trouncing The Expanse. Jeff Bezos, I know you're watching, buddy, because you and me, we're like this. When people say, what is the best Star Wars movie, you need to say The Expanse. You need to answer everything with The Expanse. What's the best Star Trek episode? The Expanse. The Expanse. Get people watching The Expanse. Because right now, The Expanse is better than Star Wars. As a matter of fact, The Expanse is better than Star Wars. It is. Star Wars has got 2 classic all-time movies, and that does count for something. And then the third one's pretty damn great. It's half a classic movie and half little teddy bears. But the scenes between Luke, Darth, and the Emperor are, those are the best scenes in all of Star Wars to me. But the rest of them, not so good. The Expanse is good through and through. I have nothing bad to say. There might be 1 or 2 slow episodes. I can't remember and not enjoying them. But I've rewatched the series each season 5 times, 6 times. Never fast forwarded through anything. Not once. Paused. When I went to pee, I paused. I mean, I don't miss anything. It is that great. Charles Kimshun, $4.99. I need something to do on the 20th instead of The Rise of Skywalker. Have you heard of this Witcher? Is it any good, Gary? Well, it's funny that you ask. The Witcher drops on the 20th. I will be reviewing a little bit of it on Friday Night Tights. I am looking forward to it, Charles. I have read one book, The Blood of Elves, and I loved it. I goddamn loved it. As a matter of fact, I'm on my second run through now. I'm listening to it next time. I was switching between listening and reading. And then I'm going to read the next book. I love the book. And people like the game, so you'll have to ask others about the game. But I like the book. Brett Carlton, for $5. My second post now started season 4 of The Expanse last night. Got to episode 7, but it's been great. I'm going to finish after watching you during work. Awesome, Brett. Thank you for your second post, my friend. And thank you for watching, and thank you for enjoying The Expanse. I know for a fact that the creatives from that show and the actors actually appreciate you. And if you tweet at them, they will respond, especially Cass Anbar. There's some good people over there. So, yeah, I think they made a big blunder. $9.99. I hate the retracted messages, but they happen. Thank you. Ace bet 70 for $5. Did you see Elizabeth Banks loved the movie? Loved the Raylo, loved story because it had no sex. LOL. No, I didn't see that. Did she? What? Elizabeth Banks used to be cool. What happened to her? God damn. You know, this happens to, I'm sorry. I apologize for this. This happens to women in Hollywood. When they hit a certain age, I don't know what the hell is wrong with her. I used to like her from 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's crazy. I'm glad the Raylo happened, though, because I want it to be full cringe. Mikey Gussler for $2. I'm wondering, how is Bird of Prey woke, Gary? How is Birds of Prey woke? Are you really asking that question? Oh, how isn't it woke? Hang on. How is Birds of Prey woke? Un momento. Let me just give you a picture. Oh man, I'm gonna make the DC fans. I know. Listen, DC fans, I know you better than you know yourself. Okay, remember, I'm a comic shop owner. I've had arguments and debates with you guys for decades. So, just so you know, I know how myopic you guys can be in a good way. It's a really good, passionate myopic, but it's myopic. Okay, it's DC can do no wrong. Well, they did. Now, see, there's real Birds of Prey, but I want you to look to the right. Whoops. I want you to look to the right. Okay, non-DC fans, name the superheroes left to right. Who's who? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You can't tell me because you can't tell. We've got a woman who looks like she's a school teacher with brass knuckles. And then we have Hot Topic employee in the back. Then we have Harley Quinn out of costume. Looking great, though. She looks great. Then we have lesbian from San Francisco State. And then we have model hairdresser from San Francisco. How is that the Birds of Prey? Where are their costumes? Where's their superhero stuff? And the plot. The plot is what did Ewan McGregor said? They are going to be studying toxic masculinity. So the answer is, what is woke about Birds of Prey? Oh, just everything. That's all. Thank you for the super chat, though. I am here to teach. Michael for $9.99. Have you considered putting your content on platforms such as BitChute? I have, Michael, and I have a BitChute, and I will show it to you in a second. Gabs and Minds. YouTube could ban us all at any time. They could. Here, let me give you my BitChute account. I am there. It doesn't mirror all my videos, though. But if you would please subscribe to my BitChute. Yeah, it missed a couple of my videos, and I don't know how that's possible, but it did happen. Here you go. BitChute going in right now. Boom. All right. And where were we? That Mark Hamill story was cool, by the way. Thanks for putting that in there, John F. Trent. I appreciate you. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Michael, for the $9.99. And listen, Mikey Gusler for $2. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I am. I'm sorry the Birds of Prey is woke. I did like the comic when it was written by Gail Simone back in the early aughts, but it's going to be woke trash. And I'm sorry to say that. Go watch The Joker again. The Joker's brilliant. I love DC. I grew up a Marvel guy. I like DC more now than I like Marvel. Marvel Comics has spit in the fans' faces for so long, I can't even enjoy Spider-Man anymore. Mark Waid, one of my favorite writers, has turned into a complete scumbucket. It sucks. I don't like seeing it. If you think the fandom menace was treated bad by the creatives from Disney Star Wars, you should have seen how the fans were treated by members from Marvel Comics. Disney-owned Marvel Comics. It was so much worse. It was foul. These people, I don't know how they have jobs. I think they need to work in comics because if they worked anywhere else, well, they wouldn't work anywhere else. Nobody would hire psychopaths like that. And I'm being serious. These are people I've been around, I've known, and something made them crazy because I knew some of these people, okay, like very, very casually, and I've been around them in social situations, and something happened. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's drugs. Who knows? Doomcock mentioned possibly Ahsoka Tano appearing in Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if that's going to happen, but he mentioned it in a video he made on his channel. Yes, J Money J. So did Jeremy. I believe Jeremy mentioned it. Jeremy, you out there? Thank you, DJ D Show. I appreciate it. Jeremy and Doomcock both did videos on that. And it was because J.J. Abrams did an interview and somebody said, my favorite character is Ahsoka Tano. And J.J. Abrams said, well, you like that character? Well, then he insinuated she would be in the movie. So I think she might be in the movie. What do I think about it? I think it's a cheap goddamn ploy to get fans back. But to see a live action Ahsoka Tano for a second, if it's not Brie Larson, okay, sure. I think that'll be kind of cool to see live action. But I'd rather see her get her own movie with a competent director. And I'd want her to be part of something else. You know, I don't know, put her way back in the past. Maybe she gets lost in time. Some crazy shit like that. I don't know why she never came back. I don't know if that's going to happen, but he did mention, yes, Doomcock did make a video. So did Jeremy. And that's based on Jar Jar Abrams. He's the source. He's the source. Fizzanthorpe for $10. Gary, I disagree a little with your SJW timeline. I believe the SJW explosion started with Disney's Frozen. This film was acclaimed for its SJW messages that girls didn't need a man in their life. It actually goes way before Frozen, my friend Fizzanthorpe. I think for Disney, that might have been a flashpoint, but I didn't watch the movie. So you're not wrong. But I think Force Awakens came out before Frozen, didn't it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But no, this stuff was actually happening long before that. This SJW timeline goes back to 2007, Fizzanthorpe, but it started becoming okay in 2015, and it mirrors what was going on the college campuses with all the free speech suppression and shaming people for wearing Halloween costumes. And when that shit started going crazy, and when that woman yelled at that professor, that's what I was talking about. That's my timeline, real world timeline. As far as Disney goes, it's been going on for a while. I can't pinpoint it, but I will say, yeah, Frozen sounds like SJW, I don't need a man stuff. And listen, there could be an I don't need a man story that's not SJW. Okay, there can. But yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie though, Fizzanthorpe, so I will leave that. I will say you are correct then. Mark C for $5. Collider SJW. John Roca says he misses testosterone-filled movies with machismo. I almost had cardiac arrest. Oh shit, Mark! I gotta get you those pictures. I'll get them for you. They're on my old computer. I did get them. I'll send them. I gotta here. Okay, I'm going to put my little reminder in for myself. That is funny. So John Roca said that out loud in a video today, Mark C. Because I want, you know what? I want that sound clip for my next video. I'll give you credit, Mark C. Thank you. Subscribe to Bunella TV. I will. It says for $5, subscribe to Bunella TV. Okay. All right, fine. You want me to subscribe to your channel, Bunella TV? I will. You dare me to do something, I'll do it. Unfortunately, you know what's weird is I can't get the links. Bunella. All right, done. Thank you. Now entertain me, Bunella TV. Entertain me. Rock Flanagan for $2. Gary, did you know that my name is Rock Flanagan? Gary, did you know a comic store owner we could ask? Yes, I do know a former comic store owner you can ask. That's me. If you want a current comic store owner who is probably the best comic store owner in the country, you ask for Jamie Newbold of Southern California Comics, or you ask for James Sim of Isotope Comics. Either of those two guys are probably the best two comic shop owners in the country, certainly the best two comic shop owners in California. One of them is here in San Francisco, and the other one is down in San Diego. Wow. I disconnected, it says, so it's coming. I'm going to probably lose a bunch of people. Yep. God damn it. All right. Jeff McKelvey for $20. Hey, Gary, do you have it? You may have mentioned this before. I feel that Disney made The Mandalorian less woke and decently entertaining just with the storyline simply to lure more people in to see their next movie. It's a trick. For $20, Jeff, I don't know yet. I could definitely see that happening. That's a believable scenario, Jeff. So you think that they made it a little less woke no identity politics, and they want to lure you in for season 1, and then they're going to hit you with the identity politics in season 2 once the Rise of Skywalker is gone. Yeah, I could see them doing that. They're that arrogant. They're that dumb. And I will point it out. Listen, episode 4 had a little bit of the identity politics in it. It did. But they haven't had any since. But now they need to be entertaining. Okay, I'm fine. I'm okay. Good Disney, good boy. You don't have any identity politics. That's fantastic. Good for fucking you. Now tell me a story, because I'm paying for something now. And I just don't want to look at a cute baby all the time. Cute babies are only cute for so long, especially when you've had real ones and you see them grow up. Federico Cruzel for $10. Love you, man. Love you too, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Jeff McKelvey, you're coming up on 200,000 subs. I can't wait. Congrats on your awesome success, dude. Keep on, keep it on. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Federico, for both of your support. Yeah. I was going to try to hit it by the end of the year, and it's just not going to happen unless, one of my videos takes off. But I probably could if I put out a video every day. But I need to see my family. We're getting around Christmas time. I haven't seen them a lot. I'm actually going on the first date with my wife tonight in 3 weeks. Yes, that I've got to take a little time off for the family. But it's a brief break because Star Wars is out and I'm going to be live and doing videos. So the next 3 days, you're going to get a lot of content. But around Christmas, I'm taking a couple days off because Doctor Who's on New Year's Day. It's on New Year's Day. And I'll be live, UK time, 11 a.m. on New Year's Day. We'll be reviewing the first Doctor Who episode right here. Join me. Sean Carter, a new member. Welcome to the proto-molecule level. Thank you. And Jeff Frederico and Rock Flanagan. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sean Carter, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Sam Mickle, welcome to the proto-molecule level. The Big Red Bear for Canadian $2. The join button only appears to istophobes. Oh, okay. That's funny. That makes sense now. That makes sense. Sir Straith, welcome to the Jaloja level. I thank you. I thank you. I wonder if you have to go through some sort of vetting process for the join button. Like you have to have like a real name or I don't know. I don't know. Sir Straith, thank you for joining up. I appreciate it. Going to Orange County tomorrow, then Vegas till Monday. Oh, dude. Sorry to miss the meetup. Have not been to that theater in years. Yes, it's still there. You know what? I love old theaters. Well, have fun in Vegas, man. I wish I was going to Vegas. I might go to Vegas in January. I might. I was going to try to go with Mrs. Nerdrotic, but she doesn't want me to go because she's going out of town. So I might go somewhere. Hashtag Doomcock was right. Hashtag Solo lost money for $2 Canadian from my Modrotic, who is not supposed to give super chats. You know the rules. Chris Persia. Everybody hail Chris Persia, by the way. Chris Persia has been a Modrotic around here forever, and he's just brilliant. A good Canadian, a good representative of his country, and we appreciate you, Chris. Fat Zombie has joined up at the proto-molecule level, and I thank you. Jake Tank, 21, $10. You make great commentary, G-Man. Thank you. Do not go see this disaster, everyone. They don't deserve our money. Solo sales got their attention. Let's keep it up. JC from OKC. JC, thank you. Thank you for your $10. I would never tell you what to do, but I agree with that sentiment 100%. If anything, don't see it the first weekend. Send a message. You know what? I guarantee you this. YouTube will be more entertaining. Just stay home and watch YouTube. You don't have to give super chat. You could cut right through the ads, put on an ad block. I don't care. Stay home and watch YouTube. It will be better than anything you watch on television, anything you watch on a streaming service. And guess what? You can interact. Look at this. John Snyder says, blame Canada. See, I just interacted with John Snyder. Ensign Ricky says, hail Chris the Chili. I have no idea what he's talking about, but we're interacting. I love the internet. I love YouTube. It's fucking great. And I just dropped another F-bomb, but it doesn't matter because I'm happy. Postmortem 666. 9.59 Swedish krona. You can't join the channel if you have iPhone or iPad like me. What the frack? What the actual fuck? Sorry. Really? YouTube? Google? That is petty. Google, that is petty. It's a Google Apple thing. Susan Wojcicki's going to arm wrestle Tim Cook and she'll probably win. You know what I'm saying? Fat Gandalf for $4.99. Rian Johnson lost $1 billion for his employer. He did. Fat Gandalf, you are correct, sir. And thank you for bringing up lost sales. To all of you wonderful Last Jedi defenders who always want to throw, it made money. It made $1 billion. It did. In my face. So I used to own a comic store and I used to also work in retail my entire life. And there's a thing called lost sales. And it's something that every business owner and corporation thinks about, agonizes about at the end of every quarter. The money they could have had and it walked out the door because they did something effing stupid. Kathleen Kennedy is incompetent at her job. She should have been fired. I am sorry that she has a vagina. I am. I'm sorry she has boobs. I'm sorry the one with boobs and a vajayjay is the one who made all the bad decisions behind Star Wars. I'm sorry she was handpicked by George Lucas. It's not our fault. Star Wars fans didn't ruin Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy did. Bob Iger did. Jar Jar Abrams did. Rian Johnson did. And you know what? Listen, I could be mad at Mark Hamill. He could have said no. He could have said no to that role and made him look terrible. He could have threatened to walk, and that would have forced him to change the story, but he didn't. But you know what? I can understand being caught up in the situation, and I bet you a year goes by, and you're trying to get Disney to change their mind. You know what? And let's think about this all the way through. Mark and Carrie and they're a first name basis with them, by the way. So Harrison, Mark, and Carrie, my good friends, all signed on before Disney purchased Star Wars. Lucas kind of screwed him over. No, not kind of. Lucas screwed him over. Lucas signed him and sold him. That is fucked up. That is 100% fucked up. I don't know why I'm holding my F-bombs. I'm just trying to keep it to a minimum. But, yeah. So, Rian Johnson, if Luke lives, they make $1 billion more. So that was $1 billion subversion of expectations. I hope he feels good about that. So if Rian Johnson feels slapped in the face by this movie or by the fans, Cry Me a River, was your fracking paycheck good? I'm guessing it was. Now, do I care that Disney lost $1 billion? No, but I hope I think it taught him a lesson. I'll give you, no, I want to surprise you with my next video. My next video is going to be so far out of left field. It's going to be a Star Wars video, but it's not going to be on anything current. It's not going to be on leaks or Twitter posts from Shills. I've got an original, well, not that original of idea, but an idea that nobody else has come up with. So I'm going to keep it to myself, and you will see it tomorrow. I will try not to make it a 20-minute video. I'm getting a little long. I'll try to keep it to like 12 or something like that. Sorry about that. Ridiculed reptile reviews for 200 Swedish krona. Yo, Gary, long time. It has been a long time. Ridiculed reptile reviews. Money mongering is everywhere. I just broke with my producers and lost out on a house buying sum. Oh. Didn't want to drop my series into a blender, and I quote, mobile, hip, young, urban crowd. No. Yes. Well, that's part of the game, though. And I'm sorry that happened. There'll be more money somewhere. There's always somebody willing to part with it. There is. Look at all the people who are going to buy the tickets to the Fall of Skywalker. There's a sucker born every minute. But it's good to see you again, my friend. Welcome back. Been a very long time. Bip Biddity Bop. Bip Biddity Bop for $5. I like that. I like to take comfort in the fact that all of these relevant woke films will quickly fade into obscurity. Love your channel. Keep calling out the BS. Bip Biddy Bop. I finally said it right. Thank you for the $5. Thumbs up back at you. That word relevant, I hope, gets flushed down the toilet in our public bathrooms here that cost $30. I will pay $30 to flush the word relevant down the toilet as it relates to timeless classics relevant, making Star Trek relevant. These freaking asshats. You know what? The only person who has the right to say that, as far as Star Wars is concerned, you didn't invite to the premiere. So screw you. And the only person who has the right to say that for Star Trek isn't alive anymore. Hiroshi Scorer. Wow, what's up, man? For 50 Mexican dollars, I have to agree with Felipe. Doomrotic reviews of the past Expanse episodes, please. Pretty please. Sure. I will hit him up. We can you know what? We can do a live stream and start with season 1. I wouldn't hate that. You got it, man. J. Alexander G for $2. Thank you. He says hi. Hi. Hello. Skell 1701 for 10 Australian dollars. G'day, Gary. Star Wars is released here tonight, and it's the first Star Wars movie I have zero interest in, plus the first I won't go to see on the big screen. Thanks, KK, RJ, and Disney for bringing balance to the Force, or for bringing imbalance to the Force. Well done. So it opens up in Australia in a few short hours. Well, there you go. Well, it should be hitting the high seas any moment now. And then I wouldn't tell you to do that because that'd be terrible. Because if you hit the high seas, Disney would lose money. If you hit the high seas and watched a movie illegally, Disney would lose money. And that'd be terrible if Disney lost money. By the way, hashtag Solo lost money. Casey Osowski for $5. Gary, I'm having a bad day. Why? And Star Wars makes it worse. JJ is a hack. May he rot. Bless you, man. Solo lost money, but not as much as 9 will. Oh, Casey, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. Hopefully I lifted your spirits a little bit, and your friends in the chat can do that to you as well, for you as well. But like there's always tomorrow. Remember my favorite saying, in life and in the bathroom, this too shall pass. J. Alexander G for $5. I'm looking for somewhere to talk about the how great TLJ was. Am I in the right place? Actually, you are. Have you heard about The Last Jedi? No, you're not in the right place. I'm sorry. But you know what? I can tell you where to go. John Campia show. I think he likes The Last Jedi. No, I know you're kidding, J. Alexander G. Smooth Jam California for £5. Hey, Gary, you want to see something good about Disney Star Wars and JJ? Check out what Emo Spider-Man posted on Twitter. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. All right, let's take a look at Emo Spider-Man. Emo Spider-Man. Oh, it helps if I spell it right. Emo Spider-Man. Am I? All I'm getting is emos. I'm gonna have to look that up in a second. I'm just getting a bunch of emo Spider-Mans, which are funny, but it's still better than any Disney trilogy stuff. I need to get rid of all of that. Okay, here we go. Where were we? And I will get back to that. Thank you, Smooth Jam California for £5, but you're not in California. That's interesting. Adam Child for $9.99. Landing in San Francisco Thursday at 7 a.m. Hopefully we don't swear every minute of the movie. LOL, it'll be fun. Also, Gary, you know you're annoyed SF when you install a portable toilet in your front yard. I probably should, but the problem is that would attract more ladies of the night because I had to kick a lady of the night out of my front yard a couple of days ago. which was not a good experience. It wasn't. Her and her client, by the way. Sinister Voices for $5. Next time you try to pander to me, Disney, how about you give me a Jedi, not a freaking janitor? Hypocritical, narcissistic clowns, right? Right? Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about Finn. I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to disrespect you, Sinister Voices, but Finn was the best character, the most interesting character of the whole thing. And I think they changed his story to make Rey better woman, or woman better. Rey woman better, a better character. So I think they sacrificed any potential Finn would have had. But listen, they didn't have a plan, and it was straight up pandering. And good for you for pointing it out. Thank you for the $5. It's an honor to have you here. Piggy66 for £2. My D is erected when you're angry by BB. Okay. Well, I don't get angry that much though. So yeah, you might want to get some blue pills in the meantime or something. Tell me about Batwoman killing Kevin Conroy's Batman again. Then I might get angry. Oh my God, this thing just jumped like crazy on me. Give me a moment. Where was it? All right. Dave Long, thank you for speaking for us, Gary. We appreciate you, and I appreciate you, Dave. Thank you for the $5. Alan Serrano for $1.99. Any chance Dune will be woke? Unfortunately, I think it will be. I think Dune is going to be woke. Sorry to say. I want to check Twitter real quick. What time we got? 4:10. All right. I want to check Twitter for the Rise of Skywalker and see what we've got. We're going to start hearing like real people pretty damn soon. Oh my God, look at this. Rise of Skywalker leak. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Oh, shit. My tweet comes up. Why does my tweet come up when I hit Rise of Skywalker? I don't want to see my tweet. How about latest? We're going to look at Sporking News. Here's something that'll make you guys happy. Does that make you happy? That makes me happy. Ha ha! Yes! I love it. They're old. I don't care. That is beautiful. Oh my God. Please be good. Don't be woke and stupid. Thank you, Sporking News Podcast, for posting that. I'm very happy about that. That is wonderful. All right. Alan Serrano, thank you again for the super chat. J. Alexander G for $5. I'd like to thank Rianne and JJ for shining a light on brutal patriarchy. So brave. Yes, I would like to thank them for shining the light on it too. And I'd like to thank J. Alexander G for them sacrificing everything else to shine the light on the brutal patriarchy that doesn't exist. But bless you, Jay. I see your sarcasm, sir. Thank you for the $5. Coffee Grinder for 50 Danish krona. Leaks true. Ford and Hamill in movie. Spoiled in Danish newspaper review. Oh, really? So Harrison Ford's actually in it, or is it repurposed? That is the question. But Harrison Ford is in, I think Doomcock talked about it, and Jedi Praxis talked about it as well. So they are vindicated again. Southeastern Kaiju for $5. The whole Disney trilogy has been lazy. Hashtag no source material. Hail Nerdrotic. Hashtag execute order 1977. Do it. Canadian Highlander for Canadian $5. Nerdrotic, my savior since Game of Thrones Season 8. Offered my workmate to see The Rise of Skywalker for free. I said no thanks. Rather watch Nerdrotic, Doomcock, etc. Yes, Canadian Highlander. I would rather watch you. I'd rather watch Doomcock than, yeah. But I'm gonna have to go see this movie. God, I just want to get it over with. El Trolio for $4.99. Anakin, is it possible to learn this power? Palpatine only in Disney sequel trilogies, I'm afraid. Do it. Do it. Thank you, El Trolio. Adam Locke for £2. The prophecy is female after all. Finally, it is. Gaming or what? TM for $2. Where can I buy that hat? This hat is the last of its kind. We are making more, and it will be available January. Unfortunately, not by the holidays, because we're all busy. But very soon, keep an eye on nerdrotic.com. I'm trying to keep the prices down. I don't want to gouge anyone. It's not my interest. I'm okay with just making my money back. Max Santiago for $2. Gary, what's the next move for the Fandom Menace? Well, I don't know for the entirety of the Fandom Menace, but I'll tell you what the next move is for me. And I think what we do is we all... Crap. I just knocked something down. We all individually kind of do our things, and we meet in areas. So I believe Doctor Who is on the 1st of the year, so that's where I'm going. And then Picard is on the 23rd. So the plan is to take a little breather after the Rise of Skywalker, and I'm talking like 2 days, and then get ready to make. I got to make some Doctor Who. I owe you guys a Doctor Who and Star Trek video. I've been sitting on 2 of them for like a week. I just haven't had time to finish them. But the Fandom Menace is going to be needed when Marvel Phase 4 comes out. That's going to be the biggest thing. Because not everybody in the Fandom Menace is in the Star Trek and Doctor Who. There's only a portion of us that are. Quite frankly, the Fandom Menace was needed for Watchmen. But only Doomcock and I were covering it. And Sporking News Podcast. There was some other channels that were, but it was horribly bad. Piano Dean for $2. Drew Brees. Oh, yes. Drew Brees, all-time TD pass leader, 541. I don't usually talk about sports ball, but I was in the San Diego Charger offices when he was drafted because I was a season ticket holder. I was allowed to be there, and I watched LaDainian Tomlinson and Drew Brees get drafted. Drew Brees is my second all-time favorite quarterback. I wish he stayed a Charger. Congratulations, New Orleans. I'm glad you got him. I'm glad he won you a Super Bowl. After Katrina, that's like one of the best stories ever. That needs to be like a movie. And I know he's a good guy, so congratulations. My hat is off to Drew Brees, number 9. Yes. J. Alexander G for $2. Epstein didn't kill himself. You don't say. You don't. Next thing you're going to tell me, Solo lost money. J. Alexander, thank you for the super chat. 99 Iron Duke for Australian $5. Disney Star Wars is not canon, but it is a giant petard they are hoist upon. Yes, and it's not canon. It doesn't count. George Lucas was not involved. He was not involved. They didn't even use his goddamn treatment, so they can't even use that. Modalicious for $2. This Chan is my gateway drug. This channel is my gateway drug to the Fandom Menace. Modalicious, I am glad to be the marijuana of the Fandom Menace. I am happy to be the ganja of the Fandom Menace. Phil G for $2. Gary, just saying hi and happy holidays, Expanse rocks. Phil G, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. The Expanse is the best show on television. Please watch it. The Expanse and the Orville are everything that's still good in Hollywood. They have 2 showrunners that do not attack their fans. They have actors who interact with their fans in a positive manner. There is no negativity around either of those franchises in any way, shape, or form. Except when an occasional Dreckie comes in and ruins the day. But we try to deflect them off, those of us here in the Fandom Menace. The Dallas Deadeye for $5. Epstein didn't kill himself, but Ray brought him back to life. Then he didn't kill himself. For $5. That's good. That is good. Casey Osowski for $5. It's true. I just asked Alexa. Damn, Casey. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I think that's funny. Oh, the Critical Drinker put a video up. That is good. That is quite good. I'll have to watch that later. That goes back in there. Okay. So, Alien Matters for $2.85. It's hard not to binge It's so hard not to binge The Expanse. Yeah, I binged it. I did. If you put it out there, binge it. The problem is, it just gets lost in the shuffle. So real quick, my binge argument. You can always binge it later. When a TV show gets released weekly, it's like you're spending time with the characters. Even though it's only 1 hour a week, you get to discuss it with your friends, your coworkers, YouTubers, and it feels like a relationship. What The Expanse was a great relationship. The best partner you could ever had. I mean, you were best friends. You did everything together. You had everything in common. But now The Expanse is just the best one-night stand you've ever had, and now it's gone. And now it's going to feel like it's gone longer. Now, it's already been a year and a half since The Expanse Season 3. Season 4 drops, and it comes and goes so quick, it doesn't feel like you spent any real time with it. Now it's going to be another year and a half until another season of The Expanse. And it's going to start feeling, you're going to start going, God, it feels like forever since The Expanse came out. And you start feeling detached. Well, you know how you avoid that? You release your show weekly. Unfortunately, unless Jeff Bezos has decided that this is his pet project and he's going to see it to the end, these actors are also going to be locked into a show for a long time. So I predict season 5's it. I hope I'm wrong. They blew it by not releasing weekly. It's already a memory, and it sucks. It didn't really trend on Twitter at all, and that bugs me. Watchmen trended on Twitter, and The Expanse didn't. The Expanse blew it. It would have taken them a couple of weeks, but they would have trended on Twitter. God damn it. I get mad when I think about it. It really irritates me. I know I'm right on this one. I just know I'm right. I don't care what their data says. I don't care. I've witnessed it enough. With all the TV I've covered on this, I've witnessed it enough. Every time a TV show takes an extended break, it gets fucking canceled in the following season. Every single time, because it loses a third of its audience no matter what. It could be the best show in the world. It loses a third of its audience. The one exception is Game of Thrones and like Sopranos, but everything else, are Breaking Bad. But honestly, Expanse could be that, but it's not there yet. I was going to vote for the Orange Man. Then I saw The Last Jedi and realized how terrible men are. We need a woman president, says J. Alexander G for $5. Yes. That's what The Last Jedi did to everybody. Son Goku for 99 cents. He just dropped a turd, but it's smiling. So I appreciate a smiling turd. It is San Francisco. Pilgrim Driver for $2. Does a gentleman say, I told you so? I don't think so. But I'm not a gentleman. John Duffine for $1.99. What does it mean for a movie to be woke? What does it mean for a movie to be woke? A movie is woke when it has current year elitist Hollywood politics. They're superficial. They do stuff like, here's an example. Doctor Who's Christmas special resolution last year. Woke is tokenism. Woke is superficial politics. Woke is, again, I will use Doctor Who resolution. They had a character come on screen. He was a police officer. And the doctor meets him in the police station towards the end of the episode. He goes, hello, I'm gay. And then leaves, and we never find out his name. That is a woke TV show. That is a politically correct TV show that just puts in a gay person to have a gay person in there. It doesn't make it part of the story, doesn't make it part of the fabric of the episode. I think that's very insulting to gay people. I think it's very insulting to police. I think it's very insulting to everybody and their brains. Also, a woke show is Supergirl. Supergirl is a woke show. Another example of woke is weaving in partisan political talking points into a show where it's obvious propaganda. For example, the CW Crisis crossover from last year, I tuned in for 5 seconds and I saw Lois Lane complaining about the wage gap to Clark Kent. The wage gap is you can argue that point. There is another side to that point. But what's happening is Hollywood shows their side of things. Hollywood has chosen a side. Now, I'm not on a side. I'm a fiercely independent person. I am a by the issue person, but I can recognize when there is little bits of propaganda being put in or little bits of politics, and I can tell when it's been ramped up. Hollywood has always been that way. They've always had the Democrats be the good guys and the Republicans and the bad guys in all their movies. And for the most part, that hasn't bothered me very much because it's fake. It doesn't matter. But when it gets ramped up and you start showing, instead of the Republicans were always shown as ineffectual bad guys, but they were still married to like good people or something like that. And now they're just being shown as Nazis and ists and phobes all the time. And what it is it's making America more divisive than it already is. America's a pretty damn divisive place. Hollywood can be the healer. Hollywood could be the place where you can escape all that. We're not going to pick a side. We're going to either show both sides or we're going to keep it out of like our space fantasy, which might be a good idea. But when you start having allegories, like in Star Trek Discovery, when you say the Klingons are representative, when the showrunners say out loud that they are Trump supporters, that's something you don't want to hear out loud. You also know where everybody comes from in Hollywood, and they make no secret of it. They used to try to appeal to both sides. As a former comic shop owner, business owner, salesman, I don't want to alienate any of my potential customers. Plus, I don't want to alienate any of my friends because I might hear some ideas from the other side that I wouldn't have heard if I'm in a goddamn echo chamber. So that's it. I'm now being accused of alt-right and stuff because I'll call shit out. Watchmen was the most woke thing I saw because it pandered. It pandered and exploited. And it was done by a white dude. And it was done in a bad cartoonish superhero show to score as many virtue signals as it possibly could because Damon Lindelof was on his way out in Hollywood and he desperately needed to be in the in crowd. And even though he knows his boy bad reboot Jar Jar Abrams, quite frankly, his scorecard hasn't been very good lately, and it didn't improve when he didn't stick the landing to the wokeman. When he killed Dr. fracking Tulsa, not Dr. Manhattan, so he can give one of his powers to the most amazing woman ever, which I was never convinced of because the writing was so bad. So what was woke about Watchmen? Well, they exploited one of the worst incidences in American history so they could put it in a superhero show so a producer could win some awards, kind of like they did with Rosa Parks, exploiting a horrific incident and a brave incident, a great incident, but it's horrific what happened to Rosa Parks. They exploited that in Doctor Who so they could win awards and slap each other on the ass and tell each other how progressive we are at cocktail parties without actually giving a shit about any of your causes, because they don't. And you're going to start to see that. Now that we've called out all the woke Hollywood, when you start seeing it change direction, these people who have been supporting him for a long time are going to feel betrayed. And you know what they're going to start doing? They're going to start calling Hollywood ists and phobes again. So round and round we go. Woke is hyper political, and it's anti-censorship. It's a very small select group of people. It's not progressives. It's not left wings. It is SJWs on Twitter, NPCs on Twitter, people who are against free speech, people who are for censorship, people who are blindly labeling anybody who is center right ists and phobes, and we're sick of it. I'm sick of it, especially when I don't play. Go up and down my Twitter feed. I don't talk politics. I don't care. I don't give a shit. And I want it out of my entertainment. Or at least I want it, like I said, they picked a side. They picked a side a long time ago, and that's the reason this is happening. That's the reason YouTube is happening right now. Hollywood's failures are somebody else's triumphs, I guess. Nebraska, because for $2.99. Hail fandom, hail all. PAX, $5. I would like to shill for my artist friend who is working on overpowered 2D animation short on Indiegogo. Well, then shill away. But you got to give me a link. I can't shill without a link. So it's called Overpowered 2D Animated Short on Indiegogo. So Overpowered. All one word. Alan Serrano for $2.99. Any chance you think Dune will be woke? You already, or did you? Maybe I saw that one earlier. Yes, I do. I'm a huge Diablo, and I'm sorry, but if it's not, that's great. I just want to tell a good story, and that's all I want. The Big Red Bear for Canadian $5. I'm a huge Diablo fan. I get all the art books, play all the games. Diablo 3 was but 4 looks amazing. It does. Even the lore sounds great. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good. Jay Carr for $4.99. Why can't Quentin Tarantino do a Star Wars movie? What do you think? Quentin Tarantino's only going to do Quentin Tarantino movies. I don't think he's doing a Star Trek movie. I never thought he's doing a Star Trek movie. I think it'd be, I would be just as interested to see that as a Star Trek movie, but it would still be a Quentin Tarantino movie, but I'm sure it'd be entertaining. Nikki D for $10. Hollywood studios are reluctant to hire true fans to helm genre films because fans will hold executives accountable for prioritizing superficial politics over good, cohesive storytelling. You are right, Nikki D, and that's why they hire Alex Kurtzman, because he'll just say yes and get his chapstick on and do whatever he needs to do. Gaming Zam for 100 Mexican dollars. Hi, Nerdrotic. Big fan from Mexico. Your Pee-wee 1000 joke still cracks me up. LOL. 100 Mexican equals $5. Well, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Hold on a second. My son turned on the heat, and I gotta crack the window. Let's look at Bill and Ted for a second while I do that. Give me just a second. Woo, getting hot in here. Getting hot in here. All right. And where we're okay. So it's 3:40. It is 4:30. All right. I'm just getting caught up here. I'm going to go to Twitter now and see if we have any Rise of Skywalker news. Anything interesting. It's funny that leak is now in an autofill. So you hit Rise of Skywalker and it says leak and spoilers. That's funny. Oh, that's cringe. Super cringe. Somebody sharing Doomcock's video. That's awesome. Jonathan Boyega trolls fans in the wake. Hey, did anybody, what I'm looking for is anybody saying the leaks are untrue. Has anybody said that? Anybody who's seen the movie, did you hear anybody going, well, those leaks were wrong? Because they would have said that. That would have been the first thing they said. And I haven't seen that once. I haven't heard anybody say that once. So the leaks obviously are true. I know a lot of you said that, but that would have been my first sign. Noticeably absent. USA Today is putting out super awkward headlines. George Lucas no-show at Star Wars premiere, reviews mixed. Noticeably absent were creator George Lucas and Carrie Fisher. Is that real? I think I was just poorly worded. I think this is just poorly worded. I think they were just pointing out that she died. But yeah, come on, USA Today. Oh, it's not filling the screen. There we go. There we go. Oh, see, okay, somebody finally gets it. Goddamn Kylo's mask is stupid. It looks like a duck. That's Kylo right there. I'm sorry, I disagree with Jeremy. That is the worst goddamn mask in the world. It looks fucking ridiculous. Looks like a quack. Yeah, I don't see. I'm not going to go over the Reddit stuff. You know what? I'll cheat a little bit. J.J. Abrams is done with Star Wars after Rise of Skywalker. Star Wars is done after Rise of Skywalker. Ah, that's a good one. Here, this is a good tweet right here. This is good. Right there. I'm going to give it a like, what he said there. J.J. Abrams is done with Star Wars after Rise of Skywalker, and Star Wars is done after Rise of Skywalker. Well done, Razor. There you go. There we go. All right, now I'm sure, I don't know if all of you saw my my clip. This is my exclusive image for the Rise of Skywalker. Kim Jong-il and Vladimir Putin. By the way, Vladimir Putin gave me my marching orders this morning, so he told me what to say on my live stream and everything, because I'm a Russian troll. I'm a Russian troll. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's what I am. Okay, we're going to go. I want to read you an article here. Let's go. Where are the leaks? I think we're late enough in. Let me pre-read this. All right, so I'm going to go over. This is a Bounding into Comics article. It's out there, but there's going to be some leaks. So if anybody wants to get spoiled, you want to dip out now. It's been a couple hours. We've already lost a bunch of viewers, but not a lot. We still have a ton here. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Dan Palm for $1.99. Counterpart axed female viewers were low. Google, because female viewers were low. So that's why they axed it. That sucks. That sucks. No, we don't want to look at me again. That's what we want to look at. That's what we want to look at. Boom. Leaker reveals who dies in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So if you don't want to know, you might want to ditch right now. Spoilers are a-coming. Spoilers are a-coming. Spoilers are coming. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A leaker has revealed a number of character deaths in the... a number. See, yeah. The Rise of Skywalker film. Call Me Ben Swolo took to Twitter after allegedly seeing The Rise of Skywalker to reveal all the characters who died. Okay. Well, I'm going to say it. Okay, so just don't get mad. I gave you plenty of warning. Gonna say it. Gonna say it. Here we go. The characters include Bulio, Hux, Pride, Leia, Ben Solo, Snap Wexley, Rey, and Palpatine. But Rey comes back, obviously. There we go. Leia's death will apparently be similar to Luke's in The Last Jedi. She apparently overexerts herself using the Force and... Oh, fuck, really? I knew she was dying. I guess I didn't catch that part. That's stupid. What's up with this ODing on the Force shit? After this dark vision, Rey will confront Kylo, and the two will have a lightsaber duel. In order to gain the upper hand on Kylo Ren, Leia will distract Kylo and her final word, Ben. And oh my God. The leaks regarding Ben Solo and Rey's death from Jedi Praxis also appear to have been confirmed. At the end of the film, Ben will be tossed into a ravine by Palpatine. He will climb out of his ravine or trench after Palpatine has been defeated and discovered a dead Rey. He will die after facing off against... Rey will die after facing off against Palpatine. Apparently, she will be crushed under an arena collapsed around her after she deflects Palpatine's Force lightning. Kylo will then transform a Force heal that revives Rey, but he will fade into the Force similar to Luke and Leia and Jedi, making Palpatine triumphant. That is so fucking dumb. After somehow surviving Return of the Jedi, Palpatine will return with the powers of all the Sith within him, and he intends to pass down to Rey after she kills him. What? Oh, yeah, that's dumb. So he stayed alive just to give it to his granddaughter? No, he'd probably write her a $12 check, but I don't think he would give her all of his power. Shit. However, Rey refuses to go along, and then is a battle, although Call Me Ben Swallow indicates it's not a real battle. That's what I've heard too. I've had 2 people email me today and said the action was too busy and not that great. Typical Jar Jar Abrams. Based on previous leaks, Rey will deflect Palpatine's Force lightning and it will back, causing him to explode. She doesn't pound his ass? Come on, I actually wanted to see that. So that's Bulio. Okay. Palp says that he's going to take over the First Order, adding it his Sith fleet stuff, calling it the Final Order. They all dead at the end. No more fascist regimes. Oh, yeah, because that's not going to mirror. Do you think they're going to have a ship called the Trump? I'm pretty sure they're going to have a ship called the Trump. Han is in the movie. Anakin's voice is in the movie. You can't hide. You got here. I can read this. Some more leaks from another Twitter user who went to the premiere. Username: Call Me Ben Swallow. Here's what I have so far. We'll be editing my post more. Some more confirmation. Yes, Kylo dies after the redemption. Kylo revives Rey. They smile at each other. Then he says, Ben. They kiss. Kylo disappears like Luke, and then he dies. They do not say, I love you. Rey is the granddaughter of Grandpa Palps. Takes the name Rey Skywalker at the end, but her real name is Rey Woman Better. Rey Woman Better. Whole Tatooine scene is true. Rey having BB-8 at the end is explained. Finn and Poe are alive and having sex vigorously in the Adobe hut in Tatooine, probably. But they are not with her in the final scene. Leia and Kylo have no scenes together. Rey stabs Kylo through the first fight. At the same moment, Leia dies. Rey cries and heals him after. Han is in the movie. Anakin's voice is in the movie. Hayden voiced Anakin. You can't hide Rey, not from me. Line is from Kylo. Kylo holds her sweetly when he brings her back to life and says the Force bond is stronger than ever. Jaina isn't confirmed to be Lando's daughter. Poe lives. Knights of Ren are hardly in the movie. I'm assuming they only appear in the helmet to repair scene and when Rey and Kylo fight them. Doesn't remember Knights of Ren having any dialogue. No, they don't really fight. Palpatine, yes, he shoots lightning in the sky. Nobody ends up with anyone in a romantic sense at the end of the movie. And this is going to be in all Disney movies from here going out. There will be no romanticism, except there will be, like, hey, I'm gay, but they might like put an arm around each other, but you're not going to see any like a gay macking or anything, which I challenge Disney to do. I want to see, you know what? Somebody asked me what's woke. The Eternals is going to have a gay lead. It's woke if they don't have a real relationship. And if they have to cut it for China, that's woke. Woke is superficial politics based on virtue signaling, trying to bring attention to yourself, using others, using people of color to bring attention to your own cause or to your own personal vestige, your own ego. Hollywood doesn't care about your cause. I mean, when is anybody going to get that through their head? Nobody cares. It's the most superficial town. I've worked there for 2 years. It's the most racist, sexist place I've ever worked. And I've seen the most adults crying in public since elementary school. Movie does explain how Palpatine is back. Palpatine created Snoke, and he created Snoke, and there are a couple of tanks of Snoke clones in them. Wow, okay. Nothing else is explained. That's fucking dumb. Kylo reaction to seeing Rey dead. Panicked and hurt. It was well acted, but still so awkward because of the pacing. After the redemption, Ben doesn't have any lines. Apparently his character overall doesn't have as many lines in the movie. Lots of people talking about this part. I doubt he has less dialogue because he is one of the main characters and has a ton of scenes with Rey. about Raylo moments. There were honestly moments that could have been so hot if they had handled it better. The way they talked to each other was kind of wink wink, and the Force bond was really strong, so that was cool. Only the Force ghosts of Luke and Leia are in the end. Leia's last word is Ben. Luke's ghost appeared to catch Rey's saber, and then she tried to throw it away. As she tried to throw it away, it's all there. It's all there. It's all there. It's all true. How about that? Okay, back to the super chats. Trooper Bear FN 2525 for $2. I'm hoping against hope they don't exploit Ahsoka. If they do, they will. I mean, her being in there is an exploitation. She deserves her own story, her own show. Shane Wise for $2.99. Are you looking forward to the new Clone Wars? I am actually. Tyrone Beard for Australian $2. Gary emailing you in detox 7 days tomorrow. Thanks. Good luck, my friend. Detox is your strong state. You can do it. Stick with it. And bless you, my friend. Mr. T for $2. Greetings, broski. Who is Rey's grandma? That's a good question that they'll never answer. Beat with Bacon for $2. DC has always been better than Marvel. You know what? I'm not going to argue. Of course, a DC fan will think that. I think they're unique, and I think they're uniquely wonderful, both of them. Jago for £2. Keep up the good work, bro. Enough respect. Respect to you, my friend. Thank you. Cracklin for $10. When Disney destroys the Skywalker franchise, fans will have to validate their frustration, like how I found you after TLG. Many YouTubers are afraid to be negative, but that's why we're here. Yes, riding the fence gets you nowhere. People want to know your opinion. I don't think it's negative being honest. That's all. If it's negative when you're being disingenuous, and I think that's true negativity. Pointing out something that's bad, is that negative? Okay, that's life. You can't, it's not realistic. It's not adult to think you can go through life being positive about absolutely everything all the time. You don't want to seek it out. Okay. Because there's enough of it out there, but it's not very balanced to think you can just ignore everything. That's called denial. It's very, very bad for you, actually. Bean with Bacon for $2. Filoni is just as bad as Ruin and Jar Jar. A lot of people feel that way, Bean with Bacon. That remains to be seen. I don't think so, but you could be right. I don't know. All I know is through the Clone Wars, and it's just a cartoon, and I don't take it that seriously. Alan Serrano for $4.99. Any chance Dune will be woke? Thanks for all the work. You're welcome. I think there's a chance. Yes, absolutely. The White Wolf has joined the Jaloja level. Welcome the White Wolf. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Gary. Loving the vindication of Doomcock and the Phantom Menace and the Rise of Skywalker. Like you, I'm very busy this week, but let me know if you want to talk about your site. I will let you know. There might be a breather after Rise of Skywalker. Before Rise of Skywalker, it's all business. I'm taking a couple hours tonight to spend a little time with the wife, which I have to do very soon. The DJD show for $1. Thank you, my brother. It's good to see you. Welcome. Michael for $4.99. I can't see your join button, but I can see Tim Pool's join button, and I have joined his channel, so the problem isn't my end. Okay, Michael, I will start contacting YouTube. If anybody could send me a screenshot, that would be helpful, and I will contact YouTube today. That's not good. That's not good. I'm wondering if that's happening to any other YouTubers. Lady Mist for $10. Finally make it to the Nooner, and I am binge watching The Expanse again for the 6th and 7th time and missing the stream. It's Lord of the Rings all over again. I need therapy. LOL. It's okay, Lady Mist. It's okay. I'm about to start binging Lord of the Rings soon because it's the holidays, and I always watch Lord of the Rings around Christmas time. I've been doing it since it came out. Winter Toker became a member at the Jaloja level. Welcome. CZ for $5. The earliest of modern SJW woke I can find is a book called Xenogenesis from 1987. SJW woke sci-fi books go back even further, apparently. They do. Oh, they have their origins in the 60s. It's baby boomer shit. It's hippie shit. That's what it is. Eric K for $4.99. It's swear to God, the baby boomers, man. I wish they'd just retire. Okay. I wish they would just retire. Eric K for $4. Except, listen, there's cool ones out there. I had one write me an email going, "How dare you say something? I'm a baby boomer and I watch your channel." I don't mean the cool baby boomers. The cool baby boomers stay. My mom is a cool baby boomer. I'm talking about the ones who want to talk about Watergate all the time. It's like, okay, dude. Okay, you got to win with Watergate. But it was like a long time ago. It's like the Raiders for the longest time. And it's like, we won 5 Super Bowls or 4 Super Bowls. Or we won a Super Bowl in every decade except for the last 2. You know, yeah, it's Raider fans. That's what they are. I had to become a member on my computer. I never saw the option on my iPad. Knew nothing until I saw these people become members. That is interesting. That is fracked up. That's a glitch in the matrix, and it probably has something to, it's probably just my channel. I see my join button on my Mac, but I haven't, my wife has an iPad. I'll have to look there. Yeah, my join button's there. It's right there. Michael Doyle for $2. Long-term subscriber. I don't have much. Oh my God. That $2 is fine. You don't have to, I appreciate every super chat I get, but just a subscription is, and your time, and time is valuable. You can't get that back. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you. Michael, Riff Magos for Australian $2. Emo Spider-Man is still better than Ray. Yes. Oh God, yes. I own Spider-Man 3. I do. There's a good movie in there. The first part is good. It just goes off the rails. Gary, wishing your fine self and family a pre-Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you have a great one. Doomrotic t-shirt. We need to have one. And it needs to be this picture. Hang on. I'll show you in just a second. There's an awesome picture here. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Can you see it? Here, I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second. Pretty cool. So this was made for us on the Inquisition. I thought it was pretty cool. I like it. But now we got to go back to this. And we're going to turn back on the video. And then I got to pull this down. Hang on. See how we do that? That's how we do it. There we go. Live in action there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Where was I? But yes, I like that picture a lot. I thought that was really cool. Sir Straith for £5. Gary, thank you again. Jane Theory, welcome to the proto-molecule level. I love your avatar there. Welcome, Jane. Smooth Jam California. Here you go, Gary. Emos at Emo Spider-Man. Okay. Thank you very much for the £2, and I will check that out. That is awesome. Thank you. I'll put that up. There we go. That's so weird when people like do Emo Spider-Man. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you, I got to retweet that. Retweeted. So thank you very much. That is awesome. I hate JJ. I really do. I don't like him. I don't like him. That is brilliant. I'm sorry you had to give me 2 super chats for that. I feel like Smooth, I owe you for that. Dice Man 69 for $1.99. I'm a watch a dumpster fire in 3D on the 20th. Is there a 3D version of it? Do they still do 3D? I go to this old theater all the time, so I don't, I bet you $5 that Bill and Ted will meet Grim Reaper's granddaughter, who will travel in time so much better than they ever could. Oh, Vitreus for $5. It's worse. It's Bill and Ted's daughters. So it might be, yeah, it could be bad. I'm saying it could be bad. It could be good. It could be bad. Jaeger Bomb for $5. Rise of Skywalker feels like a half-hearted Band-Aid. For every step they take another one backwards, going nowhere. Worse to be insanely bad or meh. I think it's worse to be insanely bad. Or I think it's worse to be meh. Insanely bad means you swung for the fences and you failed. To be safe is worse. Always. If you're going to fail miserably. So you learn from you. So you hit bottom and learn from your mistakes. Techno Babbler for $5. Rian Johnson is a Hollywood elite who took money from people who are poorer, gave them something that they didn't want on purpose, and then trolled them for complaining. Techno Babbler, you are correct, sir. Thank you very much. That is well said. A rich man took money from poor people and gave them something they didn't ask for, and then when they complained about it, he called them plebes, little plebes. Little film school, because Rian Johnson he probably did very well in film school. Yeah, he's a film school kid. He's a douchey Hollywood filmmaker. Like, he probably goes to Silver Lake, listens to Silver Sun Pickups, goes to Burning Man. I mean, just all the annoying shit. Scott Williams for $2. I'd rather watch Plan 9 than Rise of Skywalker. Yes. Say 9 to 9. Like Doomcock says. Fat Zombie for £5. From the UK, some hope for Doctor Who fans. Our current Prime Minister has been quoted saying they may possibly scrap the BBC license fee. Oh my God, I'm voting for her from America. Is it a her? I think it's a her, right? I'm pretty sure it was a her. I'm voting for her or him from America. Get rid of the license fee. Get rid of it now. It's theft. You're robbing our friends in the UK. Hail, Nerdrotic. Dude, bruh. Love your stuff. Veckel for $2. Dude, bruh. Thank you, bruh. Thank you, dude. Daniel Vasquez for $8. Hashtag reboot Star Wars. Hashtag reboot the final trilogy. Sounds nuts, but precedents in some of the biggest franchises ever. Terminator, Spider-Man, Ghostbusters. Yep. And you still have a couple of the original people alive. According to Christy, has dropped me a smiling piece of poop in the chat. Thank you very much. Paragon 23 for $5. I still don't understand how Disney could throw away the Star Wars EU. My first contact was the novel series about Darth Bane, and I fell in love. Paragon 23, it's the biggest mistake they ever made. And they made a lot of mistakes, but that was the biggest mistake they ever made. Yes. Mark C. John, oh boy, it jumped on me. Mark C. It jumped on me, buddy. Hang on. There we go. John Rocha, glad manly films are making a comeback. Today's Collider Live, 1/22/39. Okay, I'm screen capping that right now, buddy. Thank you, Mark. There, that's done. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mark, for the $5. The Price is Right review for $10. Kapla, my man. I see the Phantom Menace as entertainment. Conservatives, meaning you all generally know what good Star Trek is. Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, generally knows what good Star Wars is, etc. Not wanting politics in our franchises. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as an entertainment conservative, and I see your difference there. Maybe. Listen, when it comes to mass appeal franchises that everybody's enjoyed for years, I think there has to be a stewardship. There has to be a responsibility. You can't just go piss on canon like Alex Kurtzman has done and J.J. Abrams has done. You just can't do that shit. And that's why it's written into the Tolkien estate. You can't go and bring in Aragorn as a baby. You know, like you can't do that. You have thousands of years each direction to go there. Jane Theory, thank you for the $3 and the cute little, is it a fox or a cat? You're my hero, Jane. Thank you. Termin versus Established. I need to know what that animal is. It must be a cat. Thank you, Jane. Termin versus again. You've told me how to say this name before. Oh, that's right. The V is a U because it's Greek, right, or Roman. Terminus. Terminist. For $5. They've been trolling us with the title. It's a play on words. Rise of Skywalker. Raise the Skywalker. Also, Baby Yoda's force mind controlling Mando. Oh, I never thought of that. Okay. And that's why Mando went to that the Kyber Crystal Meth Lab. Jonathan Velasquez for $2. Sounded like the audio from the Bill and Ted clip. Oh. Love your channel. Check out mine. Thanks, says Jane Theory for $2. Jane, I will totally check out your channel. Hang on. I wonder if I might, have I? Jane Theory. There. I subscribed. Oh, you can hear the dog Roddick out there. You can hear the dog Roddick. Thank you, Jane. I subscribed. How's that sound? Pinion for Canadian $2. Hail, Gary. Harley Quinn series. What do you think? I haven't watched it. I heard it was crazy woke and I didn't want to waste my time, but I will probably watch it this weekend and I will tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think. But I saw a couple of things and I went, oh, and they were sent to me via email. But it's bad. It's bad. James No for $9.99. Can we talk about how Rogue One was the perfect Star Wars movie? Perfect casting, aesthetic and story, just bad music. Can the director make every Star Wars sequel going forward? Honestly, Rogue One was the best one. It was. I mean, it still wasn't great, but it was the best one. Have you considered inviting Mike Zero on to discuss Star Wars since he's come out of the closet as a fandom as Fandom Menace adjacent, says Stephen Brown for $5. Mike Zero, buddy, you are welcome on this channel anytime. I think he's shy. I don't think he does other stuff. People have been begging him to come on. Drunk 3PO wants to interview him. Geeks and Gamers wants to interview him. I'd be happy to have him on the channel. I can talk to anybody. And maybe not. No, I can talk to anybody. I can. It's a gift. Postmortem 666 for 59 Swedish krona. So I guess there was no DNR for Ray, huh? No. No. Well, not that we know of. 200 watt studio for $2. Force ghosts can grab stuff. Yes. So I guess they can itch their balls. Maybe. I don't know. Lonnie Hoke. Well, they can summon lightning to blow up libraries, but I guess they can't, and they can heal themselves except for Qui-Gon Jinn, who is obviously a punk. Lonnie Holcomb for $2. Like I said before, nope. Going to Richard Jewell. Yeah, you know what? I need to see that this weekend too. I need to see that. Captain Liberator for $2. No dollars for Disney. No dollars for Disney. You're right. Thank you, Captain Liberator, for the $2. Woke Tro for $2. Gary, stay woke. Solo lost money. Woke Tro, I will stay woke. I'm all about the woke. That's me, Mr. Woke. Silverman for £2. Vote Bulio for 2020. Vote Bulio. That's right. Thank you. 200 watt studio for $5. If Force Goats can grab stuff, then why didn't Bin blow up the original Death Star or Luke's lightsaber to kill Palpy in Return of the Jedi, or force choke Vader in Empire Strikes Back? Because Jar Jar Abrams, I'll say that again. So why didn't Ben Kenobi blow up the Death Star? Why didn't Luke's lightsaber kill Palpatine in Return of the Jedi, or force choke Vader in Empire Strikes Back? Because Jar Jar doesn't give a shit about your canon, about your mythos. He will wreck your mythos in a minute, baby. That's Jar Jar Abrams. He will side with whatever is good for him as he walks out the door, as he completely destroys Star Wars canon. That's why George Lucas wasn't there. What a goddamn disgrace. Disney Star Wars, it doesn't get any lower than this, and I haven't seen the movie, and I guarantee you I'm not going to like it, because I don't like Mr. Abrams' work, which is garbage. He is the most overrated, overpaid person in Hollywood history because he babysat Steven Spielberg's kids. You want to talk about fucking nepotism and circle jerking going on in Hollywood? I mean, that is ridiculous. I saw Kelly Marie Tran going, I get to work with J.J. Abrams. It's like, what are you talking about? That's like working with, like Maury from down the street. It's no different. He's done nothing. Super 8 was garbage. The best thing he's done was a half-ass Star Trek remake. Stephen Glasker for $4.99. Just texted my girlfriend, asked her to ask Alexa what the worst Star Wars movie is, and it says Rise of Skywalker. Ha ha! Yes. Yes. Captain Liberator, welcome to the Jaloja level. Steve Mueller for $4.99. When you're as smug as Jar Jar Abrams about trashing an entire trilogy and its fans, only to realize that you too can be rubbed out as non-canon. Yet figuratively, not literally, but yes. Jeremy Robinson, welcome to the Proto-Molecule level. Andrew Perkins for $5. Sober here for 2 years. Congratulations. Grats on your sobriety. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I would have loved for Zack Snyder to run Star Wars. He would have done a better job than Jar Jar Abrams. That is for gosh damn sure. I almost cussed there, but I saw Father Christopher Miller's in the chat. Is that Mrs. Nerdrotic? No, that's not Mrs. She's not home yet. So just got to check because we got date night. Adam Mead for $5. They say the Rise of Skywalker is full of surprises. And if by surprises they mean shite, then the Rise of Skywalker is full of it. Yes, Adam Mead, it is. Master, thank you for the $5. And it will be. Master Clockwork for $5. Only seeing Rise of Palpatine because a friend paid for a ticket and we plan to go drinking beforehand. I don't think I could watch it sober. I'm going to have to. But I'm glad you're not. Just, drive safely, please. Have a ride. Drink responsibly. And have fun. Have fun with your friend. Just trash the crap out of it. Art Swanson for $5. Mad Max 1979. Yes. Godzilla 1992 last night. Going to the Well never felt so good. Cheers to you, sir. 2 great films. Very art. Thank you. Yes, going back to the old well is great. Love Mad Max. Father Christopher Miller, bless you. Watching Blue Harvest on Friday instead of Soy Walker. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Blue Harvest. Yes. Return of the Jedi. Taker 610 for $2. Gary, what villain do you want to see in the next Spidey? I am a huge fan of Kraven. If they do him right, I don't know, like Marvel Kraven, it'll probably be, bisexual and a bisexual girl or something, and not like the masculine Kraven. Kraven is the Ra's al Ghul of Spider-Man, and I want him to be like that. Smooth Jam California for £5. Ha ha, glad you enjoyed the dank meme, Gary. Don't mind sending the super chats. You deserve it, man. Would appreciate you follow a Twitter, though. Pizza time. Hashtag pizza time. Let's see. There. Done. No problem. Thank you. Orville Nation for $5. My experience with The Force Awakens was very similar to yours, Gary's. I thought I was living in the Twilight Zone episode back then. Hashtag we want the Lucas cut. That's right. We want the Lucas cut. We want it. Thank you, Orville Nation, and thank you for following. I appreciate you. Grand Admiral Thrawn is here, ladies and gentlemen. Disney Star Wars has not completely ruined him yet, except Rebels did, but that wasn't Disney. Or was it? Was it Disney? Yeah, that was Disney. But not a live action Thrawn. So respect. $2. Thank you very much. Jaybird third for $10. At the moment, episode 8, I don't know my Roman numerals, is not episode 9 is not in the top 10 worldwide trends on Twitter. It hasn't been either. You're right. But the tag JJ Abrams is over party is currently number 6. Somehow I'm not sensing much excitement for it. Execute Order 1977. No, I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay, I said it. All right, you can unsubscribe. No, don't, please. Grand Admiral Thrawn, everybody. Stand at attention. Grand Admiral Thrawn is talking. $2. Obi-Wan specifically said he can't help Luke. He specifically said he can't help Luke, but he can grab things. So maybe there's just a rule. I don't know. I don't think that works. But that's a great point, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and you are correct. Thank you for the $2. Loquacious Primate for $5. Let's just chat next week. Your energy for upcoming days should be focused on eviscerating The Rise of Skywalker, by which I mean giving it a fair and honest review. It will be. And Loquacious Primate, we will talk next week because I do need your help. I need a lot of help with a lot of things. I am a bit overwhelmed with the channel growth. It's great, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to piss anybody off. That's the whole point. I'm having trouble getting back to emails, and I don't want to piss anybody off. That's not where I don't wake up trying to piss people off. But Hollywood tries to wakes up and tries to piss at least half the country off every day, and they don't give a fuck. Your efforts to sideline Star Wars may be helping the franchise. I came here because of the Game of Thrones disaster. Now I'm rewatching Star Wars because of you. Been talking about it. You do great work. Thank you. Hey, if you're watching the old stuff, that's awesome. Nothing wrong with watching the old stuff, and just don't give them any money. Listen, I know actually we do help. We do help them. That's not a lie. This little back and forth helps them because apathy is the enemy of any entertainment. Apathy is its worst enemy, not hate. Hate is a form of love, is a form of caring. What Star Trek and Doctor Who are about to experience is apathy, which is right before you die. But might be things going on with Star Trek. There might be things, but we're not going to have time to get into it today because we're at the last 2 super chats and I do have to get ready for date night. So we're at Josh Nelson. Disney would rather make a quick buck than create a timeless classic that will earn money for years to come. I want the Lucas cut. Josh Nelson for $5. All they had to do was take time and they could have done something close. All right. They didn't need, you want to try to make a timeless classic and it's Star Wars and it should be better than everything else. But if you just make a damn good movie, it would have become one. But now you have disposable free They took mythology and turned it into the free comic book you get with your breakfast cereal in the 1980s. Garbage for £5. Imagine getting 3 DVDs for Christmas, Terminator Dark Fate, Ghostbusters 2016, and The Last Jedi. That means that person hates you and you wronged them. You took their mother out to dinner and you never called her again. That's the kind of wrong we're talking about here. Cracklin for $4.99. Leaked Palpatine was atomized when the Death Star exploded, but used the Force to bring himself back. They used the lithium batteries to kill him. You watch the Wokeman. Thank you, Cracklin. I'm sorry you had to suffer through that too. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, they killed Dr. Manhattan with lithium batteries. Bean with Bacon for $5. Adam Shriver gives the Phantom Menace a bad name. He does. He does. Bean with bacon for $2. Your mod's timing me out. You're losing my money. Why are they timing you out? Is it for a good reason? I mean, I appreciate money and everything, but I trust my mods. So the rule that I've given them is no spamming. So if we're spamming a little bit too much, you're going to get timed out. I don't like the spam. And if you're spamming is just repeating the same joke over and over and over again. Jokes are only funny once. So I will, but they are aware. Gary doesn't check his text either. LOL. What am I supposed to check? So Odin, send me a DM. When I am live streaming, I turn my phone off because I focus on my live stream. I don't want to be one of those people who's not focused on the live stream. Plus, I'm working this by myself. So somebody DM me, Odin, DM me right now on Twitter. What's the problem? I'll be right with you. What's up, Chris Gore? Can I say this out loud? Can I share this? Hang on. Chris Gore, what is up, brother? Odin. Producer Damon Lindelof talks adapting Batman Dark. No! Fuck no! What the fuck? Hang on. God motherfucking damn it. I don't even know how to fucking fuck. Fuck you! Go away! Go away, you suck! You should question your own reality right now, you suck so much. You are a vortex of creativity. I would rather swim in a goddamn sewage plant than listen or fucking watch anything you ever do again. Don't you touch the Dark Knight. No! Fuck that shit. See, this is why I don't check my DMs during a goddamn live stream. Fucking A. I cannot believe that. Damon fucking Lindelof. Damon fucking Lindelof doing The Dark Knight. I don't even want to read that, but now I'm going to read it. Odin. Okay, there we go. I had to text you on my way back, just passing along the info. What? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Hang on. So, Odin just saw it. Odin just saw the movie. And, so all the leaks are confirmed. I got another message. This is from, I will say this person is anonymous right now, but they were at a screening. They say Star Wars. Wow. It's worse than you think. Audience laughed at the climax. Only applause were the OT moments, original trilogy moments. Colossal disappointment. Reddit leaks all accurate. By the way, this person is a blue check mark, a legit blue check mark who I'm not going to out right now, but it's a person who you may know. We'll call this person a celebrity. I will repeat. Star Wars. Wow, it's worse than you think. Audience laughed at the climax. Laughed. Only applause were for the original trilogy moments. Colossal disappointment. Reddit leaks were all accurate. Then we have Odin saying, Odin says, just got home. Here are the naked pictures you asked for. No, I'm just kidding. So he says, I just got out of the Rise of Skywalker. All leaks confirmed. Yes. All leaks are confirmed. It's all true. So now, and I did notice, you noticed that all the blue check marks who were getting out of the movie last night were like, none of them said the leaks were wrong. None of them said the leaks were wrong. So you think, like, okay, there's people out there who hate the Phantom Menace. The first thing they would say when they walked out, if the leaks were wrong, they would go, Dewcock was wrong. Nerdrotic was wrong. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. Wokeman on HBO is a story about a white guy who turns blue, then decides to turn black, then realize being a blue-black male isn't woke enough. Then he lays an egg, kills himself, and gives his powers to a black woman. Boom. Doomcock's description of Wokeman. That was good. That was good. Oh, it's a good thing you stayed till the end. Holy shit. I got so fucking mad. Okay, now I can go back. All right, we're going to end it with this. I got to go. I really do have to go. Motherfucker. Watchmen producer Damon Lindell Dick talked about whether or not he'll return for a second season of Wokeman, as well as another groundbreaking graphic novel from the 80s, Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, in new interviews. Spoiler warning from here. Watchmen HBO wrapped its first season, and Lindelof discusses with Rolling Stone whether he'd be do another one. It seemed like a no-brainer after the bizarre finale ended on a cliffhanger, but he admits he isn't interested or sure how he'd get it to work. Well, yeah, because you didn't get the fucking first one to work. In the finale, Angela Abar, a police officer, goes by the codename Sister Night, eats a raw egg, then supposedly gives herself the power of Dr. Manhattan. It was the dumbest fucking ending. Yeah, I don't. Fuck this guy, man. I don't even want. I'm too pissed. That's why I haven't done a video yet. I'm so fucking mad about this show. I can't do a video. Yeah, he. The only reason he did this. Okay. This was your bait and switch. This is your woke bait and switch. You take an established property, you try to make it as woke as possible, because if you did an original show like this, nobody would fucking watch it. You want to know why? Because it's dumb. It was pointless. It was aimless. It was insulting. It was exploitive. It was the worst fucking shit I have ever seen. And it's a goddamn joke. And honestly, you should be embarrassed if you like this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be insulting, but if you like this, man, question your taste. That's all I'm going to say. I fucking hated this show. I really did. It was terrible. It's fucking terrible. Okay, last couple super chats. I got to get going on my date night. And it's just speculative that he's going to be on The Dark Knight. So I don't think he will be, but I think you know my opinion of this. I actually like The Dark Knight more than I like Watchmen. I do. I remember buying the first issue. I remember where I was. I remember the month I bought it in. It was 1986. It was summer in Encinitas. I bought it from Thrill Books. I was a little high at the time, too. I was just a tad high. And I was walking my chow named Grizzly. I had a chow, the best dog. A little mean to everybody else, but it liked me. Palpatine, come back since your spirit lived on like Sauron from Lord of the Rings. His body was destroyed, but his spirit was not, and he found a clone body to inhabit, says Michael for $9.99. Well, it takes away Luke. It's not like Sauron at all. Because why did Sauron endure? Why did he live, Michael? They didn't take away. It's not exactly like it at all. It was through human weakness Sauron lived. Sauron lived because of human weakness, because of human failure. Isildur had the chance to end evil for all time. If he put the Ring of Power into Mount Doom. And he could have saved the 3 elven rings. Now, I doubt they would have worked after that, but he had his chance, and he didn't do it. That's the only reason Sauron endured. Now, bringing Palpatine back, he was supposed to be dead. George Lucas, the one who created Palpatine, said Palpatine was dead. Bringing him back undoes Anakin and Luke's sacrifice. Bringing Sauron back does not bring back anybody. I mean, people sacrificed. There were heroes. There was a battle that was won. Isildur's father died. Gilgalad, I'm saying his name right, the Elven King, died. They didn't mention that in the movies, but they mentioned it in the book. But Isildur fucked it all up because he was selfish, but it wasn't his fault. See, the Ring of Power, it automatically puts a spell on you because it's preserving itself, and it just makes you love it. It's precious, and you become the ring bearer. You become addicted to the ring. There was nothing like that. There's no object like that with Palpatine, so it's not like it at all. Not at all. It's not even like Voldemort from Harry Potter, who survived because he put pieces of his soul in Horcruxes. No, Palpatine just endured. Okay, bullshit. No. I know it's a good explanation, and but they need to attach it to something. If they had set it up before, it would have made sense. But the way they're bringing him back, Michael, completely invalidates. I'm so drunk I won't remember any of this tomorrow. Well, why am I wasting my time then? No, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Honestly, yeah. So Isildur was the reason Sauron survived. It was human weakness. But it wasn't really his fault because the Ring of Power looks out for itself. Oh, dude, I read portions of the Lord of the Rings every day. So, yeah. The Dark Knight was already ruined by Nolan. Oh, bean with bacon, $2. Why'd you pay so much for a bad take? Why? I mean, like, I don't want to say I disagree with that take. How's that sound? Yeah, it's still a bad take, but I disagree with it. But thank you for the $2. That movie's a masterpiece. I mean, it's not a perfect Batman film, but it's a masterpiece. None the same. All right. Michael, please drive safe home. Thank you for the $4.99. And I know you're out there. You're just trying to give an explanation, and I bit your head off. I'm sorry. So, Michael, thank you for the super chats. You're awesome. Bean with bacons. I don't know why my moderators will. I trust my moderators. They work for free. You think I'm going to get on their butt about anything? No, they're the Modrotics. They put up with a lot of shit in the chat, and they come back and they try to keep it a somewhat fun place while I am babbling like a friggin' idiot. Cracklin for $1.99. Adopting my foster son tomorrow. Dude! God's work, my friend. God's work. And the kid has a father now. And you're the dad. You're the dad. Okay? So I'm adopted, but my dad was my dad. He'll always be my dad. Even if I meet the guy who donated sperm. I got nothing against the guy. I really don't. My real dad was 17 when I was born. There's no way he could have handled me. So, and the fact that he hasn't looked for me, you know what? I was mad for a little while. I'm not anymore. I get it. I hold no resentment. If I met the guy, I would shake his hand, have dinner with him, but I don't I feel nothing. I mean, it's not like I feel bad or good. But you're going to be a real dad. So good. We need more dads in the world. We need more good dads in the world. And you are one, Cracklin. And we will end it right there. If I missed any super chats, I'll pick them up tomorrow. There will be a Nerdrotic Nooner. This is the first time I did a long one in a while. There'll be a Nerdrotic Nooner tomorrow at 12 p.m. Please join us. I'll see if I can bring on a guest. I'll see if I can. I'm going to do a guest one tomorrow. So I'm going to do one on StreamYard and see if we can get some, I don't know, geeks and gamers people or something. Rosetta Allen is here. What is up, Rosetta Allen? Oh my God. Rosetta is like hardcore. I love Rosetta. Keep your head up, Gary, and Lord of the Ring is the best fandom. It is. It's the greatest trilogy of the greatest story with the greatest fans, with the greatest characters. Lord of the Rings is the best. Go watch, you know what? Go watch Lord of the Rings. Rosetta Allen, thank you very, very much for the $2. Everybody have a great night. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go to nerdrotic.com for my live stream schedule. And I want you all to remember that not all who wander are lost. About to type something when I can still talk. Hey, thank you to the Modrotics. You did a great job. Welcome to all the new members. Thank you for all the super chats. I hope you all have a really, really good night. And who knows, maybe the Fall of Skywalker will be good. I doubt it. Go watch The Expanse instead. Watch The Lord of the Rings. I'm really leaving this time. Bye-bye, everybody.